Orange tea.
Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Dan.
And this is a board game rundown live.
Live. We're doing it live.
Live.
If you're watching it now, it is live.
We're at
or
now,
live.
now.
Now.
We can't go back to then.
No.
No, we're at now.
We're at now.
Oh, I just got
Oh.
a notification on my phone that Board Game Rundown's live.
Oh my
That's
gosh, are
pretty
they?
Is it live? Oh my gosh.
Is it Whiskey Wednesday already?
Hold on a second. I need a different drink. I brought a Mountain Dew instead. What the heck was I thinking? Hey
Not
guys, this is exciting. We're going to do a board game rundown live. We're going to do an old school format where we're going to talk about games we played. We're going to do news. We're going to talk about Kickstarters. And then if anybody out there feels like asking us a question, put it in the comments. We'll post it. And after we do all of that stuff, instead of a topic, we'll just do questions and stuff with you guys.
Yeah.
But Bob,
Yes.
first, what should everybody be doing?
Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you find us on Discord. We're always talking on there, right? We have a Patreon now.
What?
So take a look for that. Get out there, help support the show. We're going to keep growing, keep doing things, keep doing giveaways. We got giveaways.
Oh my
going on
gosh,
right now.
we got
so many giveaways. Actually,
Yeah.
for anybody that's watching right now, we still have a Shadowgate giveaway. All you got to do is go over there and comment on the video. We said like, hey, what's your favorite version of Shadowgate? I know not everybody has played Shadowgate.
Sure.
So it could be the one you're going to send me. It's an acceptable
It's
answer.
like, this board game is my favorite version.
Because we had Chris, the designer, in. He also gave us some promo cards. I've got them taped to the front of the box right over there behind Dan's head. And so what we're going to mail that out to somebody. Bob, how much does that cost though? I forgot.
Let me look at the shipping. Then it's going to be free.
Oh,
gratis.
sweet gratis.
Yeah.
There we go. After that giveaway, we're going to have another one, but I won't spoil it. Actually, we've got two planned. So they're just going to be like back to back to back.
That's
And-
three.
Yeah.
I do think this one might be the highest percentage of view to comments.
Uh,
They're like,
Oh.
we are getting constant notifications of comments. Like,
lots
I'm
of
just
comments.
like, geez, man. Like, I'm having
Awesome.
to scroll through.
Well,
it.
and it's kind of fun because I feel like that the game has brought over some people that maybe normally wouldn't have checked us out
Sure,
because
right.
they are
Shadowgate
video
fans,
gamers, you
yeah.
know,
Mhm.
and so the having the board game port of that, you know, is exciting.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, we've gotten a bunch of interest and everything. It's really exciting. It's an IP that I love.
Right. And let's say having we played it at like a proto spiel a couple years ago, like
Yeah.
pre-COVID. And it was fun, like a lot of the playing through, but I didn't really care for the ending. They have revamped it, and it's by far a superior version. And like it's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's fun to see the
Yeah.
game like
evolve.
over like the last 3
Yeah.
or 4 years, like really change and
Mhm.
evolve. And it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And we also have a full playthrough of that on
Mhm.
the
I don't
on the
think we can do
channel.
that live, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Eventually.
I think if Dan just snaps and points and like
Right.
pokes Spencer in the eye,
Yeah. That
that'll
should be there. At
that
least
should make it
entertaining
happen.
enough.
I'll enter a temporal rift and
There you go.
it'll
Can
be
you
there.
just snap and poke Spencer in the eye and see
Still?
if it works,
Yeah.
just in case?
I'm so,
I just want to know.
he's wearing protection.
Yeah.
Listen,
those
Dan
glasses
wanted
on.
Dan wanted everybody to see how we really are. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Like, Dan, hurt Spencer.
Not again, Tim. Not again, please.
But
It
no,
must be done.
it's really fun. I'm glad we get to do these kind of things. So we're gonna keep doing them while we can. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's not like the only thing we do or the most important thing we do, but it is a nice thing.
Do
to
for yourself.
be
It's the
able-
most important thing I ever do.
There you go.
Well,
Family.
And he's a
what's
dad.
family?
have you seen his kids?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why stuff doesn't get edited out in the live. It's so much fun. You can see how horrible we are to each other in real life. All right, guys. So let's do some games we played.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on.
So since the last time we did this,
I said
Part
some
one.
games we played.
some
Oh.
games we played.
This is not the chronicles
Yeah.
of the last 4 months.
Sure.
I got some highlights I can go into.
Yeah,
of
I kept it
course.
Well, I
Closer
just
to
did like
this
the most
year.
recent ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this month.
All right.
Most
Well,
of
we'll start with Bob, and then we'll just go
Sure.
around.
Sure.
I'll give it a quick little rundown here. So
Oh,
we'll
I see what
start
you did there.
last in, first out. What?
Now go.
All
You're
right. So yeah, I'm gonna start kind of a last in, first out kind of thing, right? So last night, my Magic buddies came in. We haven't been playing much Magic. I've been trying to find like a legacy type game for all of us to actually get into and try. We tried Frosthaven, didn't go over very well. It was a bit much. One of them was very familiar with the Star Wars Imperial Assault. So we tried Descent, Legends of the Dark, and it
Yeah.
went really well.
So good.
nice.
So I finally think I have a
That's
group that will be able to
interesting.
play through that. And so when we actually played through that whole mission that normally most people like divide into 2 sections because it literally took us like 3 hours to do.
Oh yeah,
But we did start to finish play through the entire
it's so good.
first
Though.
mission.
It's
Yeah, it
really
was
good.
really good. And they like how they can like get an experience points. You can start leveling your character up.
Yes,
You have the weapons that you choose and
Yep.
flip back and forth. Like, yeah, they really.
it's
enjoyed
really
that.
good. It is
Mhm.
really good. Dan and I have played a few
Yeah.
scenarios and I
Yeah.
can't wait to be able to get back to it again because
Right.
it's just
good.
really fun.
Yeah, yeah. Taught some people who don't like area control games a War of Whispers, and they loved it.
Yeah,
They're like, this isn't like a normal area control. We're like, that's what we've been trying to tell you.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
don't
so-
you listen?
So that was fun. We had a bunch of Turing Machine that Dan just pwns at. Like, don't play Dan in Turing Machine. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there right now.
In all fairness, I only won one of them.
You won 2.
No, did I win? I don't think I
Yeah,
won.
because
this-
the first one you won in like a turn.
No,
and the
well-
second one you won
well,
in
the
second
first
turn.
one, no one won. That was the one where we
oh.
had the weird mess up. But yeah,
But that one didn't count.
I do want to talk about it, though for a second.
Yeah.
we had a game of Turing Machine where we didn't think it was solvable, and we've never had that before. Now,
Right.
with a game with 8 billion possible solutions, I guess it's going to happen eventually. But like, we just didn't understand how none of us could find the correct number, even once we knew the number.
Right.
We were
Well,
just
wait a
like,
minute.
how does this
that fit
work?
this question here? We don't
So
know.
yeah, we did have that happen finally.
Right.
But man, what a great game! Yeah, pure number deduction. Shut up, Bob. Get good.
Well, okay, fine. I got another round of Ascension Tactics in. Taught some new people that.
Yeah, how'd that go over?
I went
'cause
over
I left
really well.
before,
Now,
like as you guys were
I-
ramping up.
I reiterated multiple times to
Uh-oh.
not try and take all expensive people, right?
And
yet, yeah. So somebody took 3.
All fours.
They were all 4s. So he was only getting 3 each turn, so he couldn't activate his
Yep.
commanders very often in doing that. His
Mm.
champions, sorry. And like I try to warn him, you know, and like I think the big strat there is to get cheap guys that move fast. That one guy that I had that activated for 2 but could
Oh my
move
gosh,
4.
Mhm.
Nice.
Like first turn, I'm right up by
Right.
one of the little places you're trying to control. So we started earning points like right away.
Yeah, I think that in my vast experience of that game,
Yeah.
of playing it once, I did feel like the tactic was that between your team, however you're playing, and your teams are free for all. I don't know how it all works, but basically have one character that is just like, okay, that is like our nuke. Like we need to be able to get him off every once in a while and he'll wreck shop. Meanwhile, we have these like scouts and stuff that can set the board up
Uh-huh.
for the nuke. Like that
Yeah.
seems
So-
to be
So
how
was it
went.
Jonathan that was the problem?
It was.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I just
mean,
saw in the
problem.
comments.
Problem is a strong word, but he made the mistake.
and I reiterate, and I even said the book said it does, you shouldn't take all expensive ones. Oh, I'm gonna try it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
it didn't work out so well.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was that Mike had, but when we played, Mike had some character that like it was something like when he activated that character, all of us did like 3 extra damage. Like everyone
Oh,
on our
wow.
team
Yeah,
did.
that was a very nice one.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we just like saved him up, got everyone in position, activated that guy, and then just boom, nuke the board,
Yeah.
like so.
Oh, and I got the one guy who every time he activates all of your cultists.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was so good.
That's so
Mhm.
good.
Right.
Just overrun all the flags with cultists.
Uh-huh.
So what can they do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. I also got After the Empire back to the
Yeah.
table
Oh,
again.
yeah.
That went over really
Oh.
well.
I think somebody here likes that game.
That was
It's-
happening right behind me.
and somebody here also is like that the designer of that game's favorite rundown host.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Weird.
yeah, it's weird. I wonder
Hey.
who that is because they always talk about Bob being the best one.
Yeah. But no, even like so there's a guy there, I think it was Levi's cousin,
Yes.
not super into board games, and like he stayed, played the whole game, like really liked it, thought it was super neat, thought like, liked how he brought the guys in there
Yeah.
and everything. Like having a little bit of a hard time with like the the little tiny guys
Right.
down. If you got the little shakes going on, it's
Sure.
tricky, right? But
Sure.
man, we had a bunch of fun playing it, and it was a good time.
Well, they did the smart thing of easing him in with like just one and code names, and then they were like, "Okay, now we'll
Now
do
we're gonna
After
be-
the
Well,
Empire."
now we're gonna kick
And,
your face in.
I
with a
don't,
real
I don't
board
want to
game.
say that I'm a good teacher, but
Good.
like while I had 23 points at the end of that game, the 3 people I was teaching, 37, 38, 39.
Mm.
So it was pretty darn close for all those guys. And I was just so worried to make sure that they were doing really well. I just forgot about protecting my own stuff. So
That's
the
so
the
weird.
exception the exception to the rule does not break the rule, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That is 100%.
yeah. And then I'll just go off a couple other ones. These are the ones I've been playing the most this year. I've been hit the table a lot. My number 1 game has been Scout. That's hit the table 5 times already this year. Play it quite a bit. A new game that we just reviewed for DV Games, Bonsai.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
hit the table
That's a good
4
one.
times already.
Mhm.
That's a lot of fun. It's a nice kind of relaxing game of like building your own bonsai tree and like tile placement, resource management. And then Splendor Duel has hit the
Oh,
table
yeah.
a bunch. So
I
that's
still
another
haven't
one
played
that I
that,
played
yeah.
quite a bit. Yeah. So those are the ones. I mean, okay. And I guess I do have to go over one more big game that I did.
geez,
Well,
Bob.
I play a lot of games.
Guess we're gonna be like
That's
done.
the Bob game hour rundown. Probably my top gaming experience so far this year is I got to play War Room already.
oh,
Nice.
sweet.
And it was so fantastic, right? It was me playing Germany versus Caleb, Jesse, and Justin. So you
Oh,
know,
I heard about
sharks,
this.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
sharks,
tough
right?
game.
Yeah, it was
Sharks and Justin.
and Justin, right? So watch out, yeah.
Sharks
Gotta have some
and
chum in the water.
Dolphin.
I just
want to have fun.
But man, it was so good. It was so epic. And it was so back and forth. And it literally came down to like they swung at Germany. I barely had a guy left there to defend it. I swung at Moscow, killed most of the stuff. They swung at Germany again, killed all of my units, but had no land units left to take it over. I swung at Moscow and took it over, and that was the win. Like it
You mean
was so
You
epic.
won a land war in Asia?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, you're usually not supposed to do those.
Well,
kinds
it wasn't winter when he went to invade Moscow this
Oh,
time.
yeah,
So it worked out well.
yeah. Yeah,
That's history.
that's the most of my games I've been playing lately.
Jeez, I hope so.
Well, there's
Okay.
some more. I called it down. There's a couple I saved for Tim.
Yeah, all right. Go for it, Spencer. What do you got?
All right. Well, first off, I started playing ISS Vanguard.
You
Nice.
son of oh man, lucky you, man.
Yeah.
Can't use that language right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you do start the game, it recommends that you play it solo for the tutorial.
Oh, okay.
So I played it through the tutorial solo, and then I played it through with my daughter watching. So maybe someday she can play it with me. That'd be nice. Yeah, it's interesting. The dice system. You have every character gets to roll so many dice, and you're trying to mix and match the right kinds. And each character has their own little thing that they can do. Swap it out into another kind
Right.
of face.
Okay.
So you have to try to go around the little map, and every time you move, you have to roll, and sometimes you get a danger die, and when you get a
Danger.
danger die, bad things happen.
What?
Checks out.
Checks out. Yeah.
But the really cool thing I thought is after you do the planetary exploration, there's a whole another half of the game that takes place after, which is the ship upgrading part and kind of going out into the universe part. And I had the app, so it has a companion app, completely unnecessary to have it, but great voice acting, good art. It worked just great. It has all the logs in it, and so they voice acted out the story. And so far, the story's pretty compelling. Like it. So yeah,
Good deal.
Vanguard. I'm glad. I got to play Descent as well
Nice.
with my
Yay.
son and my daughter, because they love it and I love it.
Second or
The-
third?
Yeah.
The third one.
Okay.
Nice.
Man, we've gotten to a place where you actually had to make a choice and not realize that you're making a choice.
Uh-oh.
And right as we're about to, finish off the bad guy, I go, maybe we're not supposed to finish off the bad guy.
Oopsie.
Too late.
Maybe we should keep him alive. Huh.
What?
And then we did. I got to play Star Wars: The Deck Building game. with
Yes.
Nice.
Tim.
Yep.
That was a fun
I
experience.
think
Very
that's
much.
gonna be mentioned a couple
I
of
think it
times.
will be,
Yes.
Yeah. That was one of the ones I was supposed to leave for him.
Okay.
Well, I got
It's
it.
okay.
Something.
Sure. I suppose.
Yeah. You like to liken it to Star Realms, and I agree. It is
Yeah.
similar to Star Realms.
Similar but different enough.
Different
I'll
enough.
get
Yeah.
into it.
As someone who hasn't played Star Realms, when you set it up, I was like, "This looks like Star Realms."
Sure.
No, I especially like the part where you have the market in the middle. What do they call it? The Galaxy Row.
Mhm.
And in Star Realms, you have some cards that can take out a card. In this one, you can attack cards, or you can attack your opponent's base. And if you attack a card and kill it, sometimes they give you a little extra thing. And I
Mhm.
like that system.
Yeah. I like being able to
that,
attack cards. in
that
a row.
sounds very cool. And
Mhm.
in my head, it's a thematic theme of you're bombing the
Oh, yeah.
production warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
taking the
Right.
military you have and you're sending it over there instead of over here.
Right.
And I also like that you put your capital ships in front of your planet because they're the blockade.
Mhm.
Right.
You got to go through that first.
Right.
It's all thematic. It does a good
Yep.
job.
And
You
then
know-
you shoot the big laser, and the Star Destroyer starts slowly going like this.
Yeah.
And then you-
Tim did that
And
to
Dan,
me.
just so you know, you can literally order yourself up a hammerhead and take out a starter. Destroyer
Oh,
with it.
nice. I see.
Yeah.
Crash right into it.
Unfortunately, I also know that you can do
Ah.
that.
Hey, it happened in one movie one time, so now it's canon.
Now
it's canon.
That's just
Yeah.
what those are for.
That's right.
I played Ascension Tactics
Yeah.
and I had a good time.
Good.
We already talked about it. And I got to play Dice Miner a few times.
Nice. Dice Miner's really good.
It is. it's
Really
great.
good.
Actually, I played the solo mode as well.
I played the solo on the Sovereignty app. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Oh, I should try that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Daniel,
Me. So if you follow the show and you see our reviews and stuff, you know a lot of stuff we've been playing lately. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
more so will go into some just like cool moment kind of stuff like what Bob was talking about. So the other day I was able to teach Tapestry to two new people. And one of them came with a negative Stonemaier mindset, kind of like they said basically, what was it? They said they like Scythe and they haven't liked a single other game from Stonemaier or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one Stonemaier game they liked. It might have been Wingspan, it might have been Scythe, and they liked it. And they said everything else totally fell flat. They said Euphoria sucked. So they said something else sucked. I can't remember what it was. And anyway, and so they were kind of coming into this like we'll see, right? And we sat down, we played it, and both people the whole time was like, okay, I can see how this game's good. Okay. And like by the end of the game, everyone was just like, yeah, that was really good. Like I'm just
Nice.
like, yeah, dude, I know. That was really good. Part of it is its simplicity. It's just on your turn, pay resources, pick a track and go up it. Everything else then just snowballs from what track you went up. But
Yep.
your turn is pick a track and push your cube up one spot. That's the whole game. But yeah, so that was really cool. Another thing was I played a game of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it was very fun. Levi and Bob both had the chance to play and sat out because they said they didn't like the game. Blew my mind.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
I said, what? You don't like the game? And you went,
say anything.
so it's really cool. Don't get to play that super often. Played that with a couple new people, a couple people who hadn't seen the show, a couple people who had seen the show but had never played the game. One person who had played the game and never seen the show, like just a whole mix of stuff, which was really cool.
Show and not the new one? Oh.
No, there was none of that. Sorry, I did not invite our great grandparents. Sorry, Tim. So that was cool, and also I had a Cylon victory, which I think is my first time having a Cylon victory. I was actually the sympathizer. We were playing in the weird player count where you have to have the sympathizer. And when I got it in the second half of the game, I was like, dang it.
Were you Gaius?
I was,
of course
of course
he
I
was.
was. I will say
I was
though,
gonna say
I
that.
picked it fairly. I was the fourth person to pick a character, and when it got to me, I was allowed to pick Gaius Baltar because the way it works in a lot of games, right, is like there's 3 of each character type, and when it comes to you have to pick a character type that's the most left. So if someone takes a blue character, you can't pick a blue character; you have to pick a yellow. or
Well,
red character.
just because,
Right.
hey, we need some balance.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
game is balanced that way. Like the cards you start your turn with, and also their asymmetric power stuff is just balanced that way. But when it got to me, I was allowed to pick yellow or whatever Gaius Baltar is, and I was like, not turning this opportunity down. But yes, I was the sympathizer, and I think it was Tom Stimes. I can't remember. There were so many people that played in that game with us. But yeah, that was just cool. Don't get to play that very often. Another cool thing is we got a game of Captain Sonar in recently as well.
Oh.
Now it was 6 players and not 8, but it was totally fine.
Still, I don't
We
care.
had a great, and it was also really cool because it was Levi and I had played, right? It was me and someone had played, and then each team also had 2 people on it who hadn't played. Right. And we played it like 3 times in a row or something. Like they were
Nice.
just like, oh my God, let's go again. It was like, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Nice.
That's the game. But yeah, just a fantastic time. I'll tell you, I don't know if you guys know Griffin. But he's like an old friend of Levi's, and I used to know him a long time ago. But he was our radio operator, the guy who tracked the enemy team for us, and we won all 3 games because that guy is a beast, dude.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That guy is a beast.
He's just listening in.
I think it was Ben.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was Ben, Levi, and someone. I'm trying to remember the teams. Then it was me, Chad, and Griffin. But anyway, Captain Sonar is amazing. It's
a great game.
Being able to play it once
Yeah.
every 5 years
not enough.
is an A+.
So in 5 years, I'll get to play with you, right?
Yeah, we have officially reset
You're
the
on the
timer.
list.
We'll see.
So,
And then just a couple of things, right? I was able to play Nemesis Lockdown recently. I taught Levi that. I shared that in the Discord. We played a 6-hour game of Eldritch Horror.
on purpose?
Levi begged, man. And
I didn't think that game should take 6
obliged.
hours.
It
I thought
shouldn't.
Arkham Horror.
It was
is the one that
like
takes
5
longer.
hours or something, but it was a
Those
very
2 are the
long
worst.
time. And the problem is we started at midnight. And I told Levi, Levi said, this is what happened too. It was the day of the housewarming thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And everyone was ending and like going to bed and stuff. And people were asking for a nightcap game. And Levi went, this is a good nightcap game. And he pushed Eldritch Horror. And I looked at Levi and I said, no, it's not. But he talked everyone into playing it, and I was like, sure, I'll play it. Whatever. I want to play with our guests, And yeah, and by the end, everyone was so tired. It was just like, I don't care, Levi. I'll do that. Like, it was just like, this was a terrible choice. But it is like his favorite game of all time. He never gets to play it. I'll let it.
Yeah, but he should have picked that maybe the
earlier
game before.
Yeah,
that.
for sure. I agree. But yeah, and then like he said, Turing Machine. I did teach someone Watergate. That was cool. I love that game. But yeah, that's the big highlights, I think.
There you go.
Really quick, my most played game of the year so far is actually Circadians. Hilarious.
Wow.
I wanted to look that up because Bob did that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Circadians, most played game. I just find that absolutely hilarious
Right on.
because it's a beast.
So some of the ones I've been playing that I've been enjoying quite a bit: Clank Catacombs, still like that game a lot. Carnivalesco, taught the in-laws that it went over very well, as I knew it would. Marvel Remix,
Yes.
I just love that dang game.
I almost taught it to someone.
So much.
That
I
was
have
good.
played DC Deck Builder this year already, so I'm pretty happy about that. Been playing Comic Hunters, which I enjoy quite a bit. Excited to see that is coming to U.S. release because it looks like
Good.
Dice Tower Essentials is picking it up.
Nice.
I
Are they
played.
gonna be able to keep the?
I would assume that they are,
Wow.
but it just depends on if
They got the wish.
Arcane Wonders can get
Right.
the Marvel.
Hasn't been officially announced what theme or whatever you're
Right,
saying, right?
yeah,
Just that
so-
it's being brought over.
It's being brought over, so they could change it. But I believe Arcane Wonders does the Dice Tower Essentials like publishing.
Mhm.
So if they are able to secure that IP, they're good to go.
Right.
I've been playing a lot of Everdell with my family. That's gone over really well. I know I am like 4 years late to the Everdell party, but that game goes down really easy. Really fun. Have a great time with it. Played Blood Orders. That's a Trick or Treat Studios game. We have a review of it. The thing with Blood Orders, the hard part is I really want to like that game, and it does a lot of things that I really like, but I feel like it has still has like a flaw or
It needs
two.
a little something.
There's something that needs to be added, right?
Yeah.
Like an expansion to fix it or
I
something.
could see an essential expansion kind of thing for it.
So if they were to take the time and put something into that, add to it, I think that it would benefit a lot and make a good game, like maybe a great game. Like again, it's sort of like how you felt about Shadowgate, where it's like I like this game, but it's like the ending
It
falls
needed
flat,
a little
right?
something, yeah.
So it needed something,
And they fixed it.
right?
Right.
So there's always room for that. 13 Clues,
Uh-huh.
great game from DV Games. That is a reprint.
You fix it yet?
No,
The
I haven't
sticky?
messed with it. It's
Okay.
still there. But enjoy that quite a bit. Bonsai.
Yep.
Gets some mileage. Forges of Ravenshire, which will be coming to Kickstarter soon.
Yeah, I just didn't even mention it because they've probably been drowned in
Yeah, we played the crap out of
yes, I
that.
played it. You
Yeah.
watched me play it.
Ready, Set, Bet. We had a good time with the horror game show, which that Kickstarter's over now. Mike had made contact with the designer of Soiled.
Yep.
That was a fun one that we had a good time with. Reflections was another one that's coming Kickstarter soon. Shadowgate. So Shadowgate, the Living Castle. So essentially you are playing like you're playing the game, right?
But
It is-
but like with friends.
But with friends, sort of.
Yeah.
Because there's victory
I
points.
guess I should say allies.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
semi
I
co-op.
don't know
So we're
what to
all
say.
kind of trying to get through the thing. And,
Oh, you needed this puzzle, right, Tim? Cycle.
yeah.
You'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I'll trade you. I'll
Yeah,
trade you
I'll
something
trade you.
for it.
Yeah.
But like while everybody else at the table is yelling, Spencer, quit trading with Bob. Did you win? Yeah. See, Spencer, quit trading with Bob. Yeah. And I played a bunch of Star Wars deck building game this weekend. I taught it to as many people that would want to learn it.
Speaking of, a really important comment came in. Tim conveniently dodging his 0-3 performance in Star Wars deck builder.
I was getting to it, Mike.
He's just a really good teacher.
I was so good at teaching that game, but I lost every time.
So today we're gonna be learning how to defeat me.
Yeah. You're gonna want to play that card.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's good. It's real good. Don't do what I do. Do what I say.
Yeah.
No, I really like it. It's the thing is now I've played it a bunch of times already. I I'm already like, all right, so I need the expansion. Like I
Right.
need the
Oh, it came out with an expansion at the same
expansion already.
time.
no, but I
Oh,
need
okay.
it. I need
I was like, I
the
hadn't heard that.
and it sets itself up so you could very easily do like a first order expansion.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? A resistance.
Yeah, there's going to be
expansion.
that stuff.
Prequel,
Exactly.
Prequel,
There's
sequels.
gonna be
You
Clone
could
Wars.
do Fallen Order stuff.
Oh
You know,
my God, Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Something I would throw in about that is if you go to your like FLGS, they probably have a copy of that game with sleeves
Yeah.
taped to
And
the
those
box.
sleeves were so nice.
I was gonna say,
they're
those
really
were clearly
nice
official
sleeves.
sleeves. They look
Yeah.
really nice.
They came with the
So
game.
go to your local store and check because odds are like an online place isn't going to do that for you. But your local store probably picked some of those up and they're taping them to them and giving them away. So
The one thing I thought was weird though is that they made red the color of the rebels
Yes.
and blue the color
So
of
the
the
same
Empire.
This
I'm
will
like,
be
what?
in the review probably.
Yeah.
yeah, so check that out. It'll be up there.
all right, Dan, you got to poke Spencer in the eye again. Make that
Oh,
thing out.
Take off the
It's the only way to
glasses.
start a temporal warp. No, and I will say also, or what was I going to say now? I totally forgot.
Okay, that's
Sure,
cool.
we'll cut it
Oh,
out.
with the
Post.
game. Oh, Cal Kestis. I got a hot take on Fallen
Uh-oh.
Order. A
Uh-oh.
hot
Uh-oh.
take. I hate the poncho.
Oh,
I never wear
you
that.
don't want to
poncho.
collect them? I'm the same way. I took
Oh
it
yeah,
off.
no.
I hate the poncho.
I see what you're
Like,
saying.
When
Yeah,
you, when
no,
you,
it's stupid.
it
They-
looks terrible.
They wanted to throw in a collectible customization thing, and
Something
they
you could do that didn't really
decided on
I hate it.
that.
do anything with.
And
the
I
game.
agree.
There's
I
no-
always took it off. And guess what's not in any of the trailers for the second game? A poncho.
Yay!
So
The weather
they
must be
learned.
improving.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that poncho.
Yeah, you have to go when you go to the rain planet. You got to wear the poncho.
That's true. Well, then it's like safety stuff.
Right, you don't want
know?
your lightsaber getting
Yeah,
wet.
no, yeah.
Wait a minute.
It could cause a temporal warp or something.
Yeah, it's like crossing the streams.
Yeah.
You got to put it in like rice, wait a little while. before you use it
Right,
again.
right.
Rice on your lightsaber.
Oh boy. Anyway, so a bunch of games. I played Kites a bunch.
Okay.
Kites.
Yeah,
a
that
lot
was.
of fun.
If you scroll back in my games played, it's like there's like 4, 5, 6 kites in a row.
Yeah.
Just from all of us playing it.
so much Kites.
At the end of this games we played segment, though, we can point out. It looks like a second person finally did it. So Ben here says that he played Grim Force. No thanks. That game, Decrypto and Ethnos and Tiwanaku.
Oh, I did play.
Oh, I
Um,
thought
yeah.
I thought no thanks was a comment on his playing of
Yeah,
Grim
no
Force.
play
thanks.
that. No thanks.
Yeah. I said Grim Force isn't that bad.
No, I have not played any of those.
I
I played the crypto.
I've played. I meant this year, you know what I mean.
recently.
I've played Decrypto and no thanks.
Grim Force is overproduced for what it is, but it's a cute, fun
Sure.
game.
It's cutesy.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of part of it, right?
Yeah.
And then Thomas Lingle here says he's been playing D&D and catching up on Hunt a Killer. Hunt a Killer seems really cool to me, and I just don't want to do it.
The subscription box.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if it was like put in front of me, it was like, hey, we got this thing. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Let's dive into this. And it's like, okay, Dan, you want to get one? I don't know what it is.
I need to play the crypto. I have a copy. No,
Yeah,
no,
I played-
I'm-
I played
no, I
Lake
got.
Ball. I played it.
No, I don't have. No, I was thinking of Cryptid. Never mind.
Oh,
Different
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Still
okay.
Totally
deduction.
different game.
Still deduction game. but-
Yeah, okay. I was
but
like,
not
you
worth
haven't
it.
played Decrypto?
Yeah, no, I know Mike, and I've known Mike for more than 5 minutes. I played the
You
crypto.
played the crypto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he makes everybody
exactly.
play the
Oh,
crypto.
you will be my friend. Yeah, Cryptid. No, that was the one game that the chance you had to play it. We reviewed it on a day you were sick.
Yeah.
So you still haven't played it. Yeah.
Nope. I have a copy. Just haven't played it. All right, guys. So we want to get into crowdfunding or news. It's been a while.
Looks like we're doing it.
Yeah.
Par for the course.
The good old days.
That's all right.
Let's go to news, guys. News before I start.
My news is I'm going to throw it to Tim.
News boys.
News boys. The boys
I don't
on
have any
news.
Yeah.
The news
Uh,
boys.
I tried to find it.
I have some stuff, but nothing crazy.
I'll go with
Crazy.
one, and then I'll throw to you, and then we'll
Sure.
just see what
You do
happens.
you, Brock.
Okay, Bob. This one is specifically for you.
It's me.
Settlers of Catan is getting a new expansion.
Is it in space? Is it in space?
No.
Oh.
It's for the regular game.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a soccer expansion.
Oh,
Why?
you're
Why?
kicking the ball across the field.
So apparently there's like a expansion coming out when you build I think it's when you build a city. And this is the ACE research that I did because I remember it perfectly. You have to then you go and you do like this little dexterity soccer game and you're like trying to score goals, which then whoever
Like a
wins that match
Broken old type of thing.
will give you, well, I don't
You
think
gotta
it's that
flip the
cool,
board,
but I mean,
okay.
it's like, it looks like
Yeah,
a stand
I
up,
was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing.
looks like a stand up thing comes up and then there's like some tiles that like lead into the goal. and so you have to.
Okay.
I don't know
Are you being
exactly how
serious?
you
Does it
do
come
it.
out on April 1st?
No, it's actually a thing, and
It really sounds like they're trying to jump
and
the
it
shark.
gives you victory points. So then you can use those. Obviously 8 victory points wins you a game of Catan.
So they're putting dexterity now into Catan because
Yeah.
it wasn't good enough.
In
Just
all
go to
fairness-
space. Just go to space.
In all
Starfarer.
fairness, maybe
far
this is
superior.
what makes Catan the perfect game.
Is it?
I said maybe. You know.
I'm gonna go with no.
How about no?
Yeah.
No, you crazy Dutch idiot.
Person.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like,
fatherless.
There it is.
boy.
Look, soccer fever. I got a fever.
Oh my
There we
gosh!
go.
Look at that ball.
And the
I thought
only
it was
cure-
gonna be like you have to. The map is on a soccer
is-
ball.
more
Oh
soccer.
yeah, I see
Soccer.
the little pop up.
Yeah, a little
Oh,
pitch.
yeah.
Got a little soccer
I
pitch.
grabbed
there.
your fingers.
How about no?
What'd you say?
I would rather
Like
do
Oh,
no.
Yeah,
If I'm gonna do a
cool.
dexterity game like that, I'm gonna do like Dungeon Fighter or something.
yeah.
You know, that's much
Oh,
more
yeah.
fun type of dexterity game because it's meant to be a dexterity game.
I
This
think I
is
might
just
go. I'm gonna get the collector's edition of Catan now because I want to play the soccer scenario.
cool. It's like an actual soccer ball. You're trying
Yeah.
to flick it.
No, you kick it.
Oh,
No,
There's
the
another
3D
way to
edition,
whack that
you
little
have to
thing over.
just buy a goal.
Well, you actually have to set up Catan in a soccer field.
Ah,
And
okay.
then you just play.
Yeah.
It introduces a new way to win. If you knock your opponents out, you win by default.
That's
There you
true.
go.
Boy.
Aim for the head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Back into the
boy.
left.
So that was my big. That was my. Not my big news, but that was the fun part of news that I knew nobody else would
That was
have.
the
No, that's
fun
what-
part.
And I wanted to watch Bob.
Is
like
anybody
just,
watching care about Tim's news right there? Because that was terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't have any news.
Oh my!
But really, it just
Listen,
that sounds
my
awful.
news
That
by
sounds
default
awful.
is better than your.
No, sometimes
Zero
Tim,
news.
no news is better than bad news. Okay.
Mike's saying they're bringing dodgeball next. That's
Yeah.
a smart move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so dodge it.
So my thing, much less humorous.
Hopefully better though.
No, but I'm stoked that they announced the Hunt. I think it was actually like 2 weeks ago that they announced this, but this is by Salt and Pepper Games, but it is designed by Matthias Kramer and someone else. I'm sorry, I don't know the other person's name offhand, but he designed Watergate, which is why this is
I'm like,
interesting
I knew the
because
name.
Okay.
Still
this is the Hunt is another 2-player like scenario game like Watergate, where it's based on a real thing, I guess. I don't know this part of history. I do know Watergate. I don't know this one. This is about a British ship hunting a German submarine.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's the Hunt for Red October.
Oh, there you go.
That,
so-
no, that was a American ship hunting a Russian sub with an
Correct.
English captain.
I was
No.
going to
Oh, yeah.
ignore.
Yeah.
I was going to ignore what you said. So one player plays the British, and your job is to locate and fight and beat the submarine in a
Okay.
naval battle. And the Germans are playing a submarine, and they are trying to hide and destroy 5 cargo ships before they get found.
Nice.
And that's all I know about it so far. But Watergate is my favorite 2-player game.
Mhm.
Again, I just taught it to someone the other day. It was a fantastic time. We were getting into it and everything. It doesn't happen. And I'm just really stoked to see another one because I still haven't played Blitzkrieg. I know Blitzkrieg is very similar.
Okay.
It's not the same publisher or designer, but everyone's like, it's Watergate. So
Yeah.
So with Watergate being your favorite 2-player game, Dan, I have a question. Follow
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Have you played Rebellion?
yeah, remember? We've talked about this so many times.
Sure, but like I have to just reiterate that because what?
Can't fathom.
Yeah, if Rebellion is the best 2-player game.
Right. It's not though. So I can play 4 Watergates in the time it takes to play Rebellion. And
Accurate.
That's true.
also again, I can't preface it enough. I've only played the base game Rebellion, and the
Oh,
combat
yeah,
ruins
Okay,
the game. It is
okay.
awful. It is the most anti-thematic thing in the middle of a thematic pile I've ever seen.
We'll fix that.
So I know. So that was my first thing, and then my second thing should probably be the last thing we talk about. So
Are you quitting?
it's
Oh.
literally gonna be. I'll say this: it's already been mentioned in this episode, but I thought it should be mentioned in news.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
Well, then I'll jump on to the other thing. But before I do, real fast, I want to revisit some of the comments real quick.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure this is Jason from Board Game Mechanics because they weren't insulting us, which would have meant it was Katie.
Right, at least
Oh.
me.
But Jason's been playing Votes for Women, Lawyer Up, Trekking Through History, Wasteland Express, and Terracotta Army. And I'm super jealous because
Nice.
I really want to play Wasteland Express.
Okay.
Jason has a copy with, of all things, Painted Minis. And
Why?
that's not
Why?
cool.
Why
Not
does,
cool,
he, why does he
Jason.
have payment? Dude,
Not cool.
you got yourself some extra cubes. Just send the minis along to like some other people and just use your cubes. You know you love cubes.
It's funny that you say it. I was gonna say a similar thing. I'm super jealous because I really want to play Lawyer Up.
I do too.
Yeah.
I
think
really
that-
do.
That looks really cool.
I still
sounds
have
like a
the Terracotta
Patrick game.
Army.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll get
You haven't
with
played
him.
Terracotta Army yet?
No, I haven't.
I have played none of the games on his list.
Bob and I have only played a couple times.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Nix, who is also one of our Wednesday live stream watchers. He says he's asking if Catan has jumped the shark. Of course not.
You fool.
Of course not. Not until they
No,
have.
yeah, it didn't jump the shark when it went into intergalactic space, but oh my god,
Everything's
soccer!
better in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is.
Everything is
Most
better.
things.
So when
Okay,
do- when do they add actual jumping sharks in it?
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
there
They
we
got to
go.
have actual like the
Like,
fawns.
that's part of like the
Catan
the
version of
boat
Fonz.
version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they have like the ships.
Well, they already have
and-
Seafarers.
That's what I'm
but they
saying.
don't-
Exactly, exactly.
Seafarers Stunt Edition.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
You gotta take your boat,
Fonz edition.
flick it over
Yeah.
the
Oh
shark.
no, yeah, there
That's
you
how
go,
you do
there
it.
you go.
That's how you do it. Okay, so the last bit of news then that I'll get into is the Ethnos reprint. I know,
Ah,
okay. I
I
heard
know
about
everybody
it.
knows
Played
about this. Is it Paolo Mori is the designer of Ethnos?
Paolo Mori.
P-A-L-A
Is he- he's a Viking?
P-A-O-L-I. Yeah, must be like-
What a callback.
Anyways, the Ethnos, you guys played
Yeah, we
Ethnos
just
the other
played.
night,
Yeah,
and I overheard because I was losing at Star Wars deck building game.
yeah.
I overheard like,
For the
oh,
first,
how are they
second,
going
or
to do
third
this
time.
with the archaeology? Like with the archaeology theme. So it's going to be the Archaeos Society, and I'm sure I said that wrong too. But so instead of in Ethnos where you're getting like you're getting the cards to play like multiple
Right.
types of cards, so you can play those tribes.
Like colors or like races.
so
or
you can
whatever.
play
Yeah.
specific groups of like orcs or
goblins, trolls,
yeah.
wizards.
So in this one, you're getting like teams of archaeologists together, and so they're gonna like specialize.
So
in
they're
different
really
things.
actually retheming it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna specialize in different things, and then you're gonna be able to go through and go on to different digs. And
So do you think they're just going to have one big picture they put on the cover and then just take snippets of that picture and put it on all the cards?
That's a smart idea.
oh, I thought
Someone
you were
should
talking
do
about the.
yeah,
I thought you were talking about the. Have you seen the box cover?
that's what
Oh,
they did.
yeah.
Literally what they did.
Yeah. So man, I was like, yeah.
That was a joke, Tim.
Is that all gonna be on the card? Is that all gonna be what's
I
on the
thought that
card?
was, I thought it was a joke. I was asking you.
He's
Oh.
saying in first edition.
in the
that's
first
what
edition,
it is.
that's what they did. They have one picture on the cover, and then on the
Every
cards,
card.
it's just a picture that they
Oh.
cut
Yeah.
off the cover and added it to a
Yeah.
piece of the card.
So he was just saying, is the second one going to be?
I
like
guess
that?
I never
And
paid attention to the.
people diss on that because it's like, well, you could have done either a better picture on the front or at least change the card
I've
art
not-
a little bit.
I
Yeah,
played
they-
Ethnos once, like 5 years ago, and I
Uh-huh.
don't.
Yeah.
I remember the blue font of the
Right.
word on the
Wording,
side of the box.
sure.
I do not remember what the cover of that box looks
'Cause
like.
It's very gray.
Yeah, they clearly purposely made the cover a collage so
Yeah.
that then all the cards are just, oh, we need a warrior. We'll take the warrior off the cover. We'll
Right.
put him on the card.
Yeah, they paid an artist like, will you just do a big collage of all these races included on that?
I will
And then they
only
just took
pay
that
you
and-
once.
Like
That's right,
so
exactly.
imagine the Twilight Imperium box. If every card
Everything in
and
there.
every piece of art in Twilight Imperium was just all the characters' portraits
the
off
box
the
art.
cover,
the exact same
and,
picture,
and
just
just
resized.
overdone over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they could do is flip the image so
Yeah,
like,
right.
he's looking this way in one, and he's looking this way.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Bob and that's
Totally
Dan. They're
different.
two different.
That's right.
What are they
Red
called?
hat.
Hair,
Blue
hair,
hat.
Whatever.
they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, flick the Fonz. Calling back to the comments would be the Catan stunt,
Oh yeah.
water stunt
Pink
edition,
Fonz. That's fun.
and then Jason Dunham,
Yeah, those are some good ones.
who is also a Wednesday regular. He said they hosted game day, so they played Canvas. Copenhagen haven't played. Trekking Through History have not played. Quest for El Dorado have not played. Steam Up have not played. Calico have not played. Karuba
have not played.
No, I played Karuba.
I played that one.
I played Cascadia. But I mean,
Okay.
lots of good
Yeah,
games.
that's a lot
Sounds
of
like
good
that's
games,
that's
yeah.
a healthy day of
Yeah,
games,
those are
man.
good
That is.
ones.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
It sounds like you were hosting an awesome game day. And then, oh yeah, Ethnos is one of your new favorites. But
New skin is welcome. Yeah.
so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wonder. I don't have a problem with it, but I am insensitive, I guess. I'm wondering if people are going to have an issue with the archaeology theme because now archaeology by some groups can be viewed as problematic. As
Well,
I've
it
never
depends if
played
you take
Ethnos.
the goods back to your home country or do you leave them there.
Well, they belong in a museum.
This is true.
the museum could be in the country where you found it.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you allowed to wear a
Indeed.
whip?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
It's always that question. It's
They
not
belong.
always, it's not a Raiders reference
It's
for
not.
Spencer. It
They
is-
belong in an American institutionalized museum. Give them to me.
Spencer, I'm going to teach you how to play Star Wars: The Deck Building Game. He goes, "Can I wear a whip?" Jesus, gets weird.
It does.
He doesn't even own a whip, which is also really weird.
Well, he's
Lego.
looking for an excuse to go buy a whip.
Yeah,
He's like,
that's
can
true.
I wear one yet?
He's just got to justify it to his wife.
right.
Amy, I need a whip.
I
We're
gotta
going to go
wear
play
it.
Tim
this
told me
game.
I could wear a whip.
We're not going to go there.
Oh boy!
It's a family show, Spencer.
Holy cow!
Oh,
Okay,
Amy has a whip. I get it.
I got a new whip, but that was my car.
Oh,
Whip. Anyway,
a
so,
work, a
Dan,
work in,
so what
the
was
show's
the,
a whip. It's a work in progress.
What was
Get back on track.
what was the news you wanted to share? It's the last one. Unless anybody, Bob, did you find anything? Anything occur to you newsworthy?
No, yeah, I just wanted to reiterate, guys. It was mentioned at the very top, but I want to say because it's news, is that we have a Patreon that you can check
Yeah.
out.
That's a good one.
And now is the time to go a little bit more in depth. If you want to help support us, we will say right now, right, just total transparency. There's no like crazy rewards yet.
Not yet.
Basically, it's just, do you want to help with a $5 monthly thing? And basically, the point of this is we're just judging interest, right? Like, is there enough support out there to start putting all of our time, money, and effort into setting up these tier rewards and giving you guys what you want, right? Because if we have, I don't know how to say it, right? Because like if we have all these supporters and viewers and everything, and that's awesome, but like maybe they're not fiscally able and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
we don't
Then
want-
that's fine. We'll just postpone, right, putting the work into the tiers and stuff right now if that's not what everyone can do right now. So I kind of look at this as a interest gauging process, but I just want to go into the fact that it does exist. There will be links in the description to the Patreon, and if you're able, only if you're able and willing, then it does exist. And
Right.
Mostly,
And
mostly
will.
able, willing. Let's do it
And
anyway.
we will get stuff there.
right.
Yeah, no,
of
we're gonna
course.
we're gonna continue putting out all the content. We're not putting anything behind a paywall right now. You
Yeah.
know, again, we're trying to only find ways to do extra things. We're still, like Dan said, gauging interest, trying to figure out what exactly, you know, is going to make it, you know, worthwhile for you guys, other than just, hey, I like your show, I'd like to support you. We have had people reach out and ask. Just one of the, I mean, we talked about it before, but then that kind of motivated us to get it going. And so right now it's just like that $5 level, and there was 50 of them available. And then once those 50 are gone, there'll be a new level that'll come out, but it'll be higher. So full disclosure, right now, the way that it's set up is that this is the one time it will be $5 to get it. Once
Right.
you're a Patreon, you're going to be a Patreon subscriber, you know, and again, we're still working on a bunch of the stuff. The nice thing is we can evolve it and make it, you know, and build on it. Right.
Right. It's not chiseled in stone.
And like I've said before, honestly, right now, you guys are donating your most precious asset, which is your time, to us. And I'm really grateful for that. And that is plenty. That is plenty. But if you can and you feel like it, that's fine too. We're happy to, you know, accept that graciously. You know, we got an editor to pay.
Mhm.
You know,
Exactly.
we're trying to go. Well, we are going to Origins and Gen Con, and we are trying to come up with some fun things that, like some swag and some, you know, activities and some giveaways and things like that. All of this just kind of goes into that pool to help develop and bring about some of that stuff and,
And
give
Tim-
us more of a presence.
Are we going to have a table?
We are at Gen Con.
Yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
whole booth.
Yeah, whole booth
Yeah.
at both. So we're coming up still with a bunch of fun things we're going to do there. You know, we've talked to some designers that are probably going to come and hang out with us for a little bit. You know, they might have some games to give away. You're going to get to play some of their games, maybe before they hit Kickstarter, maybe
Yeah.
before that Kickstarter fills, maybe while it's on Kickstarter. Just kind of depends on the timing of a bunch of stuff. So, you know, we'll be there. You know, again, support if you can and if you want. But
Right.
honestly, you watching and clicking the like button and subscribing is an amazing gesture
Right.
of support, and I
That's
really
what-
appreciate
I was
that.
gonna say, if you can't afford to pay right now, even just liking the stream, sharing it so people know that, like when we do these lives, or like they do Whiskey Wednesday, share that stream so other people know that we're going live.
Yeah,
You know, like those types of things are free, and they really do help the channel too. Commenting on our videos and whatnot.
Yeah,
like,
they-
get that interaction up.
they do. I see another a Wednesday watcher, best at Star Trek. Hey man, haven't seen you in a while on Wednesday. I get it. That Wednesdays don't always work for everybody, but it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. And then Chris, Guys out from 317 Games. That's the Shadowgate designer. He's gonna
Oh,
be
nice.
there.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang out with him.
Yeah.
We'll be hanging out. You'll get a chance to meet all kinds of people. when
Right.
You come by the booth.
Mhm.
We're not going to stop talking about this. This is not going to be like, hey,
Right.
this is the only time we're talking about what we're doing at Origin. So we'll be
Nope.
talking about it more.
That's why I brought
as
it
we get
up. I
going.
am drawing the line.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
and then Bob and I just stepped right over it.
No, they jumped it again. I'm
Um,
the shark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
I guess that makes us the five.
I got
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, we're Vikings. today.
Oh, no.
But all right, man. Oh yeah, best of Star Trek's headed to the drying range. I'm assuming driving range.
It could be the drying range. You go out there, you hang your clothes up, let
Yeah,
them-
and then you shoot them.
It's good.
Quickest way to dry off your clothes.
My daughter
right.
wanted holes in her jeans. So I'm
That's
gonna do it
right.
my way.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not paying for those
I'm not paying
designer
for ripped
jeans.
jeans. I'll pay for ammo instead.
Do it myself. It is golf.
Okay.
Not as fun as our idea.
Nah,
Okay.
that's all right.
So that's a Patreon idea then is we'll set up a tier
There you
level
go.
where we will allow you to hang up your clothes in your backyard.
And I'll
can
shoot
just
them
go-
for
and
you.
Bob will shoot them. for you.
Wow.
They'll be
One-
fine.
one
Not
kill.
legal in all 48 states.
Yeah.
Lower US 48 states. All right. Do we want to go into Kickstarter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Well, crowdfunding. Yeah, we do.
Crowdfunding. Bob,
Yeah.
what do you have for crowdfunding, sir?
So I tell you what. So normally, if I was doing this crowdfunding, I'd say like, by the time you hear this, it's too late. But you're watching it live.
What's live?
You're
We're
watching it live, and it's a good thing because there's only 2 days left on this
Oh.
Kickstarter.
I want to see
Scholars of the South Tigris.
What's
right?
that? Who does that? Nobody does that.
So it's this guy you might have heard of. His name is Shem Phillips.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Okay,
God, I know that guy.
Yeah, he's done some other games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is his newest game in the South Tigris little trilogy. It is a dice bag building strategy game where you're translating scrolls. And Jason, brace yourself. 6 research tracks that you're
Yep.
going to be moving up and down
Gee
on
whiz.
to unlock things. And if it's a nice thing too, because if you do back, you'll get a promo pack, and it also gives you an opportunity to pick up the other game they have, the Wayfarers, and you can get the promo pack for that game as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
I'm just really hoping that, because I'm looking at the pictures, it looks like the inserts are doing is very similar style insert. I hope they make a vacuum seal pack thing to go over the top to hold all those
Oh,
bits.
sure.
So they
So-
kind of.
So I'm more worried, Bob.
Okay.
Have you not watched the video for this game yet?
I watched one of the playthroughs. Yes.
Okay. You see how much
Color,
color? Like,
Yes.
not only is
Now-
color
It's
important, but you
everywhere.
have to be able to take the
Uh,
red piece and the blue piece and know that makes the purple piece.
They
Yes,
have
so I'm hoping-
addressed that there is that they are working with the colorblind.
And,
Okay.
and what I was looking at, they've got clear dice, and then they have like a translucent type of
Right.
even color translucent, and then ones that are not like opaque or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that between those, even if I have to
Right,
make
the
myself
ones
a cheat
that are
sheet,
similar.
This
I would be
was-
able to.
This
yes.
is something that they
I am very
have
concerned
specifically
about.
talked about trying
It's
to
a
address.
huge company, and I figure that they're working
Mhm.
on it. Of course, I'm just worried because like
right.
it is so reliant on color that I'm just like,
Yes.
if they don't do it right, this
I
game's-
will let you know.
It looks like
But
here they've changed the color of some of the pips to
Uh-huh.
black so that it's
Right.
easier.
See, and I'm really appreciate they're taking those types of things into consideration.
Oh, I forgot Bob was colorblind. I just didn't think he meant
really?
red and blue made purple. I just.
but yes, that too, Dan. Yeah.
That's why you
so-
don't like Scoville?
Yeah.
Oh my
well,
gosh.
well, the thing is on that one too, though, is they said, well, this one and this one make this color, but they don't do any. I mean, they change the color on it. That doesn't help, but change the color
Right.
of the pips. Super.
Well,
helpful.
again, you do that
Translucent.
yourself because that's so helpful. Sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that those steps taking, then out of the box will be easy for me to play. Hopefully, if not, I can at least make like a cheat sheet that will help me to delineate what's what. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited about it. I mean, it's the Shem Phillips. It's new South Tigers. The other one was amazing. I really enjoyed it. So I want to
Yeah.
check it out. I'm hoping the
Artwork
color
looks
is not
good.
a barrier to
Say
entry.
that.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
The artwork looks good on
The
it.
previous
yeah,
game.
yeah,
the
yeah.
previous game was good.
Yeah, it did. That was my
Wonderful
first
player.
Shem, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah,
it's
and
got
so
solo mode.
yeah, another thing that is they also have an add-on where you can get the little metal coins. They are very nice metal coins, and if you like any of the other Shem Phillips games, they use the same coins and the same goods
Right.
for all their games. So you can buy extra sets of coins and use them for all of your like Raiders of the North Sea games, West Kingdom games. All they use the same coin
Right, you
and
only have to
icon.
buy
on it.
one pack or
Yeah,
whatever
but
you
yeah,
said.
well, I would just say buy a pack or two, and then you just have those with all of your games, and then
Yeah.
whatever one you play, you can pull out your fancy coins for it. because they are very nice.
And it looks like it's also available to play on Tabletop Simulator.
And it is available, yes. So you can always get on Tabletop Simulator and try it before you buy it, type of
Yeah,
thing. But
I
you'll
like
get 2
that.
days, so get out there now.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
I was excited
true.
to be able to talk about that. I was like, oh, there's only 2 days left on it, so we
Yeah.
can do it because we're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Spencer, you got a Kickstarter?
Oh, I got a
crowdfunding?
few. So I got one that's called From the Moon.
Yeah, I had that one
Oh,
written
you got
down.
that
Yeah,
one?
go
it
for
was
it.
pretty
Go, no, go for it because I got like
it's a
3.
French company.
Oui,
Mess up
oui.
the name of this company. La Boîte. Where is it?
I wasn't
There it
gonna try. I was
Des
just gonna say
Jus?
from the
Bois
moon.
des
Le Bois des Jus. Something like that, because
Bois
I'm
des
not
Jus.
French and I never took French.
Is that from the moon and French?
No, that's the name of the company.
What?
It means the Bois des Jus. Anyway,
We've talked about this before. It's literally game of the day or box of
Yeah.
the game box.
Oh,
Or,
They
Yeah,
they
that
did
makes
that Outlive too that I've got with
Oh,
the it's the
okay,
same
okay.
company. Yeah, their
Yeah,
deluxe
so-
versions are very nice.
This one's an interesting. It's kind of a worker placement kind of game, but you're making these robots. What do they call them here?
Rovers.
Rovers, and you have 3 different workmen that you can put into it, and you can mix and match what you're putting into there, so each rover can be completely different. It
Nice.
said like 83 combinations or something crazy. They also have asymmetric powers, so everyone has their own faction, and so they're all going to act very differently. And you're getting energy. You're trying to save humanity, build the ship, be the first one who can do all that junk. But the art looks good. The pieces look pretty good. I like the idea of being able to mix and match and create your own worker that way. And you can also upgrade them. Like the workers have a little flagging from the back and say, "This is now a specialist." I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah,
It
I
looked
like
very
the,
cool.
the look of it, like the art style.
Oh yeah, I like the sorry. It's 11
Yeah.
days left, so there's time.
Why even talk about it then? This is
I
the
know.
live episode.
my God. It's rare for Spencer to have one that's not 2
I
days.
know, right?
All the rest of them are like, you got 27 days.
Yeah, 27 minutes.
No days.
Oh, okay.
Dan's joke was funnier though.
Yeah.
It was. It
Thanks.
was.
God, the amount of times I've heard that.
Dan, you're 100% right.
Oh boy.
Don't start that.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
Dan, you got
Dan.
one? 2 or 7? I mean,
no,
we can kind of go around.
I
with
have
each
I
other's.
have 1.5. So the first thing I'm just gonna say, because it's just a little piece of information, is the late pledge for Elden Ring is open now. So anyone who wanted to hop into that, or anyone who is waiting for that email, you should have gotten it. But yep. So I just paid the most shipping I've ever paid in my
Whoa.
life.
Nice. Probably could have bought a whole new game for that.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
It
a
was.
whole new nemesis.
I'll
Yeah.
say this: it was barely not $100
For shipping.
Yeah, for shipping. It
Yeah.
was insane. But I mean, also the amount of weight and miniatures you're getting in the game. I do understand it. It's just crazy. I've never
Sure.
done that before.
It's gotten
child.
shipping has gotten
Yeah.
so bad, and it's probably going to be a while before it.
Right.
comes
Well,
out
and this
there,
is even like as bad as it was,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was.
like, so I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I would have had to cancel if I had gotten this game, a year and a half
There you
ago
go,
or whatever.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So if you're looking for that, if you want to back that or check it out, check it out. They did announce during the late pledge manager 2 new add-ons that you can do. Dual layer player boards have now been added.
Oh my god.
And it's actually pretty cheap. I want to say it was like around the $15 mark or something to
Not
throw them
bad.
in. And then there's a new thing that is cool. I won't be getting it. I wish I could. It's going to be annoying because it will be the only thing I don't have for the game, which is annoying.
A $200 playmat.
No, it's honestly super cheap. I just don't want to throw the extra money in right now. But they are spirit ashes. So there's an add-on spirit ashes. Basically, you in Elden Ring, you can summon spirit ashes, which are like ghosts from the
Mhm.
past that can like fight with you. And so you get like these like 15, 20 like translucent like miniatures or whatever that you can spawn on the game with you. So I won't be getting that. But those are the 2 things they added in the pledge manager. And then that was the little thing. The other thing I just wanted to say is also another tiny thing, but they looked really good. The unofficial Frosthaven and Gloomhaven playmats
Oh
are
yeah.
on GameFound right now.
Yeah.
And I only mention it because they look fantastic. And Frosthaven's really hot right now. But they just look really good.
It's going to melt.
For super good quality. You get coasters with them as well. And yeah, if you are playing through Frosthaven right now, it looks like it will only make the experience easier, because I've seen Frosthaven set up and it's a mess.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
having playmats that help organize it might be kind of nice.
Might help.
So
Yeah.
Nice.
check that out if you're interested.
Right on. So there's one that I'm going to bring up because I had a copy of this. We just were never able to like get to play it to do a preview video, and that is Neo Grimorium, the card game. So you're crafting your own book of magic. but you have these. The unique thing about this game is you have these spell cards, and then you've got like these clear like overlays. So instead of like Mystic Veil or
crafting?
whatever,
Yeah.
where you're like slotting them in, you just have these overlays that you play over your card, and then they're gonna like activate different parts of your spell. Like so, you're crafting your spells as you're doing that.
Sure.
But that's from an independent designer. I just really wanted to like highlight that. That's
Sure.
Max Holiday. And there's a bunch of time left on that. Yeah,
Related
I
to
hope
Ron?
it funds.
Related to Ron.
No.
Okay.
I was
No.
thinking
Just
you said
Holiday.
Max Holiday.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to say and have it like be a band name. It's like Max Holiday and the
And the Neo Grimorian
Yeah.
Magic Craft.
That's right.
It's a really long band name.
That's right.
singer name.
It's a really long band name. But I also wanted to mention this one. I'm really thinking about backing, and that is Ancient Terrible Things Reawakened.
That is a great.
That sounds like a Tim game.
That
I-
sounds like a Tim game.
I've always wanted to play Ancient Terrible Things,
Uh-huh.
and so this is kind of your chance
Okay.
to get it again.
Look at that.
Looks super cool. I feel like it's sort of. I've heard it described as sort of like a what is it? Elder Sign ish kind of game.
Okay.
Rolling dice, assigning them, doing different things. I'm really considering backing it. I haven't backed a ton lately. There's a comment in there, like Steve from again from the Wednesday chat. Usually, he says he's been looking less at newer Kickstarters because he has so many he's waiting on. So I have
Sure.
a bunch that I'm still waiting on,
Same.
and so yeah, I try to let that like docket clear out a little bit, and
Mhm.
also for me, a lot of times it's like, do I have the extra money to
Mhm.
put into it at that time? And it's sometimes games hit at a great time, like the DC deck building expansion and Last Light and Ra, like all came out at the same time. And I just so happened to like have a little bit of money.
Mhm.
And I was like, all three?
You bet
yes,
Last Light
please.
too?
Oh yeah.
Well, nice.
If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
desperate, you can always get the print and play.
Oh, sure. But I don't know that I'm desperate. I'm too lazy to print and play.
Yeah.
I'm desperate.
I'm desperate, but I'm also lazy.
Yeah.
the lazy's kind of
And-
like.
And the other thing is like Bob and I like to have nice copies of games.
Yeah, right. You're the
And
one
I
from Jake.
guarantee what I print is not going to look good.
Not nearly as nice.
Spend $3,000 on a 3D printer. That way, I can buy.
Are we back? We're back. All right.
back. Oh.
I'm turning off all this junk.
All right.
Put the phone away.
We were here the whole time. Yes.
Nothing ever
all
went
according
wrong.
to our plan.
Where were we? What was the last thing everybody heard?
Well, Tim, you were just finishing that Kickstarter you had, and I think I was going to go into my.
Oh yeah, Ancient Terrible Things.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for.
Yes.
Ancient Terrible Things.
So I was
So
like,
that
what
was that was all actually a social experiment to see who all would stick around. So
And
thanks, guys.
Our loyal viewers,
Look
thank
at
you
that.
for sticking
That
around.
is-
Your prize is
Is
more
more
show.
More show.
Your prize is us not letting Spencer get his guitar out and try to serenade everybody.
All right.
Whatever. He played the old intro and I liked it.
He did.
That's true.
The
But
old
Spencer
intro
was
was
really
good.
just going to come in his Ren Fair Jester costume
I
and
do
just
have
play
one.
green sleeves
I could do that.
over.
I could do that.
and over
Please
and
continue.
Don't do it. Don't do
See, nothing I have said is untrue.
it. No, not at all. All
Complete
right.
with tights.
Yeah, that's true. Also true.
So Spencer's tights aside, back to the Kickstarter or the
Woo!
crowdfundings.
Let's do it.
The fundings of the crowd. So whereas my other one only had 2 days left, this one here you have plenty of time because it's technically not even on Kickstarter yet.
That's a long time.
It's a little bit, but I got to throw others. I don't know when we're gonna do another one
It
of
almost
these.
seems like that would fit under news instead. I'm just kidding.
No, because you can actually get on Kickstarter right now and go to the page and follow it, so
Sure.
that when it does go live, it'll
Yeah.
give you a notification for Forges of
Of
Ravenshire.
Ravenshire.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've had a lot of hands-on with this game. It is fantastic. We did have to mail our copy away, unfortunately, but we will be doing have some of that action going on at our booth if you're at Origins or Gen Con. However, it is going to be a 1 to 4 player dice placement, engine building, resource management, contract fulfillment to earn reputation, but more importantly, money to become the new Forge Master game. It's awesome.
That was a good breath.
Thank you. Yeah, but it's great. If you love rolling dice, if you like put a die down, you're going to gain resources. You're
Engines.
going to pick a die up and gain resources.
Instant
Yeah,
engines.
Instant engine. It's one of those engine builders where
Yeah.
it doesn't take you forever to get it going. On turn one,
so many
your
engines.
engine is going already. It's fantastic.
It's a very good feeling.
Super fun art too.
Yeah, and great
Really
art.
up.
Yeah.
Really love the design of that
Yeah.
game. It's got some snow on the board for Dan.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
that
got-
counters the anthropomorphic.
It's got
animals.
anthropomorphic
I
animals.
wonder how many of our
That's
viewers
right.
have even seen that episode.
What episode?
The winter one.
Oh,
The winter
Winter
theme?
themed games.
Yes,
Winter
That's
that's a
an
great
oldie.
episode. Oldie but a
That's an
goodie.
oldie.
Yeah, go
I
back
mean,
and
if you
find
like
that
games
one.
that are definitely winter themed, you should check it out.
That's right, and therefore vastly superior.
And what I mean, undeniably winter themed.
Undeniably, yeah.
So we should do that.
I mean,
again.
snow makes it winter.
That's true.
So-
Winter is coming.
Yes.
Actually, it's leaving.
I wanted to
It's
just point
snowing
out,
right now.
I wanted to point out that Steve said he played Wayfarers recently. Other games too that I haven't played, but was it your first time playing Wayfarers? Because great game. Let's see. Someone said, "Let's go to Japan."
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
what he is backing on
Right.
Oh,
Kickstarter.
I thought they were going to pay us.
I was like, man, that sounds like a
That'd
great
be
trip. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then to answer Mike's question, yes, the board game does also look well designed.
I do like Jason commented when it was like Bob and I said it looked like a ransom video.
Yeah. Tell them.
We should have then talked about the Patreon.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Get us back clipping live. We need some new computers.
Yeah. My hamster needs some more food or some
Yeah.
cybernetic enhancements
Wow.
to keep running
Keep running.
the hamster wheel that is my internet.
Mhm.
We're not filming at my house.
Forges of Ravenshire.
That's right.
We're at the studio.
I'll forge you a new internet.
All right, guys. More crowdfunding.
Any other
Anyone?
I got
Anyone?
one.
Anyone?
I got one.
Bueller.
Bueller.
This one it's just out 25 days to go. It's called Mandala Mind, the card game. It's like a puzzle game. It's 1 to 2 players, but it's all about trying to solve a puzzle. It's supposed to be really, kind of like bonsai, relaxing and
Right.
yeah, you have like 4 different states of mind, and each one of them has different actions that it can do, and you're trying to navigate your little 3x3 grid and solve all the puzzles as you're going along. It looks interesting, and I do like 1 and 2 player games, so
Yeah, I
and
like,
puzzles,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 2-player like deduction puzzle stuff is
And-
cool and rare,
and they're mandalas. I mean,
or
they look pretty
cooperative is
cool.
what I meant, not specifically 2-player.
Yeah, it is cooperative. Yeah. So there you go.
All
It's
right.
cheap too.
Well, let's go into our topic, which today will just be questions, and I'll have the first question. Just give
Okay.
people time to
Oh,
ask
okay.
questions.
Okay.
So for our topic,
Mhm.
questions.
Questions.
Question.
Is your question? If we have any questions?
Me, you. Me? I should buy a boat. Underrated. Okay. So first question, because we haven't really talked about this at all, is how does everybody feel about Brass taking over number 1
Oh,
on the,
sure.
BGG?
Yeah.
Number 1 of all time?
Surprising.
time.
Yeah, like I get Gloomhaven falling out of favor a little bit, right? 'Cause it's been out for a while and called the new, right? But Brass isn't really that
But
much
it's
newer.
not new.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, it's a good game, but I don't know if it's number 1.
That's what I said last time we talked about, right? Brass is a good game. Best game of all time.
I
I'm
don't-
very surprised that took that.
Yeah.
I don't think it really counts as all time. It's really just
For now.
For now.
Right now.
Right,
Well,
but
right, but it's all time currently.
So-
that's what I'm saying.
So
what
the-
do you mean? That's what's whenever you're ranking something of all time, it's in that,
At that
moment that you're ranking it.
it.
It's something is never the best of all time forever.
Right.
Like
Of course it is.
I mean, Michael Jordan
That's what all
Well,
time means.
well,
ever.
here's the thing about the list, and it's kind of a problem I have with like the BGG, like
Yeah.
top whatever list.
It's manipulatable.
Totally.
Yeah.
It
sure.
is, it is
Yeah.
100%, right? Like everybody just decides that they're going to hate something or want something so they can just run this campaign, right?
Right.
And everybody jumps on and it's, oh,
Are you accusing our friend Martin Wallace of running a campaign to help
Listen,
get Gloomhaven?
friend of the show, Marty Wallace. But no, it's sort of like in sports, right? With like the baseball all-star game, for example, where it's that guy may not be the best first baseman in the major leagues, but he might have been 10 years ago and everybody still loves him, right? So they
Right,
just want him
Sure.
to go.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
that's what a personal ranking is, right?
Right.
The whole point is it's easily manipulated because the whole point of the BGG hotness list is just what does everyone that uses the site currently think,
Sure.
Right, but it could also have that American Idol thing going for it too, right? Where it's like almost as a joke, people could be like, "Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's rank this
Sure.
one
Let's
higher."
get William Hung
Let's-
like, number 1.
Let's make
Yeah.
Harambe president or whatever.
But see, that's my
Yeah.
problem with
Stuff.
saying that it's the number 1 of all time. If you actually ask people what's the number 1 rated game of all time, I think it'd be hard pressed to say the one that just came out is the number 1 game of all time.
Well, to be fair, right? You have there's so many votes out there that it does take a very long time. I mean, it took Gloomhaven, what, 3 or 4 years to get number
I would
1?
say maybe 3.
You know, so
2
it's
to
not,
3.
I mean,
I don't know.
It takes very popular
some of them
games
do.
a long time to get into the top 100, even if they're very popular and very
They could
hot.
be on like the hotness right now, but as
Yeah.
with that
Because you
other
still need
track,
30,000 people to
so
get on there
many
and rate it.
votes.
You know,
It's also is totally possible for a brand new game to come out and you play it and it is your favorite game.
Oh, that happens. Yes.
That's what. So it happened to 30,000 people, or whatever, right? Like that's what I'm saying. That's all the rank is people say this is my
And we
favorite
are
game.
kind of in a renaissance of board gaming. So
Sure.
many of them coming out. And
Renaissance. We're in the golden age, baby.
Yeah,
This
the
is.
golden age of board gaming. So yeah.
I was
Solid
just
points,
curious
solid
as
points.
everybody's stuff because you
It's
know,
just-
like
yeah,
Pandemic
it's-
Legacy was number one for a
Right.
while. What Twilight wasn't it? Twilight Struggle was like the number one game. I was
Oh,
struggling to
I
think
don't
of that.
remember if it
What?
was ever number
I
one.
thought it was number one for a
been
long-
high
A long
for
time
sure.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Jazz is trying to start a fight.
Uh-oh.
Who is our favorite co-host?
Oh well, I mean me next.
Or do we mean co-host like someone else who comes on?
Oh, I mean besides the
Nah,
core
they
four.
meant us. They want infighting for
Yeah,
sure.
they do, yeah.
Oh boy.
Mm, yeah.
It's a hard question because no, I'm genuinely totally willing to answer it, but it is a hard question because like Spencer and I have always had the weird
Weak
joke
side of the
thing.
table.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had Newsboys and like
Newsboys.
those kind of jokes naturally come up on this side.
Sure.
I feel like Tim and I bounce off each other the easiest.
We do
Right.
do very well. We have a
Right.
very excellent banter. Right.
And
agreed.
Bob, I like you too.
Yeah.
Well, I think we know who it is.
So Bob, who's your least favorite?
Well, I mean, like
He should've
Tim and
gone
I have known
first.
each other a long time.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like first time I met Dan, there was cake.
Oh.
That's how I get him. That's what I do.
So yeah.
And then what about Spencer?
Oh yeah.
What am I talking about? We all have someone, huh?
Well, and let's not leave out Mike and Andrew. Andrew is like lowest on the totem pole.
Sure.
But highest in his own mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, everyone has their own things that they're good at, right?
Mm.
And that's so it honestly kind of depends on what video we're doing, right? Like if
Mhm.
we're doing a teach, I think Andrew teaches games best out of everyone here, including
He
me. I
does.
think that the way he words things in the order, he just naturally he's a teacher.
Mhm.
So he looks at something, he goes, okay, what
He sells
order
houses.
should I
Yeah, he's
say
also a
this in?
salesman, so be careful.
Right, that's true. That's true. He's got me.
Yeah.
But like, so if it's a teach thing, Andrew, I'm like, okay, let Andrew like sit in the main chair and just talk a lot, right? Because that's what he does, that he's good at, right? Mike, as we always joke about, is just overly enthusiastic about
Passionate.
everything.
Passionate.
Please
So,
with passion.
so if we really need a hype man,
He's a good hype
get
man.
Mike in that
Yeah.
video because he's gonna say that what you're talking about is amazing because he loves it, you know. So everyone has their own strengths.
Yeah,
It's-
if we need
it's-
somebody to talk really quietly into their mic, it's Spencer.
Or I can
It's
talk
for
over
the-
here.
Yeah, that's true.
Really hear me.
I'm
Exactly.
talking in full volume. What do you mean?
Spencer does all our ASMR videos,
Yeah.
which are now going to be like an after dark that we're going to do. That
That's-
will
that's
be behind the
Patreon. That
paywall
would be, yeah.
because I don't want to have to
To
see it. I
verify
don't want to pay
ages
to
after
see
that. Yeah.
it.
But that's the point, right? Is that we wanted to build a crew that wasn't just the same person 5 times. or
Right.
Yeah,
6
no,
times.
that's an excellent
Yep.
point, right?
Diversity is important. It is
It
our
is.
strength.
It is. We all have so many different opinions and feelings about everything. I'm just going.
Yeah, go with it.
But no,
Uh.
we all feel differently about a lot of different things, but we also like feel strongly about that, and we
Right.
can also articulate our points, but at the same time get along really well and have a good time doing it.
Right.
The best thing, again, about this show is that like I'm friends with all of you guys for different reasons, you know. And again, like Dan said, I mean, you made a really good point. Like you and I, like the banter, like once you started coming on and like the banter that we started having, it's like I got to get Dan on this show like as much as I can because the banter is there. Bob's my safety blanket because Bob,
You guys know each other forever.
we've known each other forever. There's just so much comfort, you know, here. Like, you know, we just know, like, we can anticipate each other, you know, like what we're gonna say and
Do it at
do.
the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We finish each other's
That was-
sandwiches.
that was
But isn't
a-
it the delicious?
that was an
cheese
S tier
sandwich?
joke. Bob, all right? Just wanna let you know. You know what? Bob's my favorite. Yes. From last to first. No, I'm just kidding.
So
But no, we all bring different things to the
Mhm.
show, you know, and we love to pick on Spencer, but Spencer is such a nice guy and such a great dude. And I just appreciate everything you bring to the show, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
Whatever they start bringing, it's
Whatever it
great.
is, it's appreciated.
But no, the just the chemistry that we have, and when you bring in Mike, right, or we bring in Andrew, like I don't feel like we miss a beat.
Yep.
You know, we all just have a really good time. So my favorite host is me.
Long story short, I like
That's
me.
why she said co-host.
Yeah,
you know.
Dang, I
There's
lose.
more than one
Oh.
person that hit. isn't
I
there?
do have one thing to say about Andrew.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The
Uh-oh.
sleeve count goes way down when he's on the show.
Oh.
It just kind of hurts.
That's true.
Alright,
So
sleeve
a
count, though.
memorandum of
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah, we weren't talking about card sleeves. Andrew, for a guy with skinny arms, really likes to show them off.
Wow.
He's not here, so we're going dig him.
Not even in the comments.
Nope, not
That's what he
yet.
gets.
That's his fault.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's his fault that he's probably like
Working
selling a
or
house
doing
or
something.
right?
Making money,
Responsibilities.
providing for his family.
Yeah, idiot.
Yeah. All right, so Nix is old faithful. He's a reliable Wednesday commenter. A Kickstarter that turned out to be a stinker after the long wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'll go first.
Yeah, let me
No.
dig into my repertoire.
I don't back very much. I am ready for Elden Ring to be the first one. I hope it's not.
I think you'll be. I don't think that will happen.
Yeah,
I think
well,
you'll be
again,
fine.
I did watch a full playthrough of the game twice.
Yeah.
Like I know what I'm getting myself into. It does look like I'll like it, but I'm ready. I'm spending
And-
way too much money on it.
And
so
you
I'm-
also
I'm-
like Steamforged stuff, anyways.
I do.
So you
I like Steamforged stuff in general. Like I do think that sometimes their design is weak, but their theme is so strong it makes up for it. For me personally. And also the main reason I backed it is because I wanted all the miniatures for D&D and stuff. So like even if the game's only fine,
Mhm.
I don't care. I
You
got
still got
what I
another re-
wanted,
yeah.
you know.
Mm.
So I'm ready for that. But honestly, other than that though, no, I no. I wait until I know I like things before I back them because I can't afford not to.
No, that's
So-
that's totally fair.
Mhm.
Totally fair, and not anything wrong with that at all. I'm going to say that Mike said Dinosaur Island. I think he's wrong. I think Dinosaur Island's a good game. I know he doesn't like
At least
it.
someone does.
Title Blades.
Really?
I don't really care
I
for
was
it.
soft on Title Blades.
Yeah.
as
I
well.
definitely
I
liked
still
it.
like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong, I haven't played it in a long time. There's a million games out there, but when I play it, I enjoy the experience. Mike has a definite one that would have been mine if I backed it. I'll tell you that. I didn't
Yeah,
back it.
it could
I
still
mean-
be Spencer's, so I'm
Oh,
waiting. to
Endless
see.
Winter. As
Oh!
I almost said that
See,
one too.
I didn't back it, but if you're just talking about games I was disappointed in, yes.
I'm still willing to
It's
give it
up
a
there.
chance, but so far it's been disappointing.
Yeah, that's kind of
I'm
how I
just-
feel.
I'm
about the big one.
amazed that I think Bob, are you the only one who's not like that for it, or is everyone like that to where
Right.
it just fell flat?
It fell flat.
Yeah,
I
okay.
want to try it again with expansions. I haven't done that yet to give it a
And
fair.
apparently that's what you got to do.
and
It
apparently
just
that's what we gotta do.
surprises me that like it's a pretty well regarded game. It's not like A plus, right? But it's a pretty well regarded game, and not a single host out of our 6 people enjoyed it.
I
like,
never played. I didn't play it.
okay, sure.
But
well,
still.
that's
But I don't
Like
think
I
any.
said, I was
I've
willing to
never
give it a
heard
chance,
anybody go
sure.
like,
I
"Oh,
gotta
Endless
do it
Winter."
again.
Like nobody out of our group was
Right.
like loved it.
I
So
backed
Well, there is
Title
the really
Blades.
obvious one.
yeah, Great Wall,
Gray Wall.
Great Wall.
Great
Yeah,
Wall.
dude.
But like you were saying with Endless Winter, wanting to give it another chance, I want to try it
I
with
know.
the Black Powder expansion. I want to try it at like 3-player.
Yeah.
Um,
The 2-player where they have the different people on it.
I
maybe.
would try it again, but I am just so hesitant. That was just such a negative
It
experience.
was rough,
More
dude.
than one negative
It
experience.
was rough.
For me, it was
negative
just one,
experiences.
luckily. but yeah.
Ben Grossman, Ben Sorcerer City. I didn't back. Well, I did not like that game.
I backed
So-
it. I liked it.
I
was
like
okay.
it, but it's
like that
it's
time.
very simple.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Yeah.
like it.
I like the time things behind it.
You know,
I
I
backed some games that they're really small games that I realized are too easy and simple. So I haven't
You know,
done anything
I didn't
with
back
them.
Masters of the Universe. Again, came at a bad time for me, but I
Sure.
mean I could see that one being very boom or bust.
So one that I backed, this was back in 2016, so it was a while ago. I did get the game, but it took a while, and I was extremely disappointed. But I thought it had such a cool potential. The Dauntless Sentence: Escape from Space Prison.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
because
this
that's like
big
the.
round, board, and all the rings shift and turn, so all the rooms are constantly. And
I've
this was
almost
way
bought
back
that
before
game,
they were
like,
doing a lot of
4
that.
times. It's an Eagle Griffin game too, right? Daedalus. Sentence?
Yep, Eagle Griffin Games. Yeah, by Griffin and Eagle Games. It was a long time. I think it was before, like, I think when we were just merging.
Sure.
They were still like 2 separate things. But I think it had a lot of potential. Because it had that round board with all the shifting rooms and walls, and I was just super let down by it. And it's a big awkward box. It doesn't fit on anything either because
Yeah.
the board is one big thing and it's round like this.
Right.
So it's a huge, crazy board.
Yeah, it's almost like the size of a it's like a pizza
It
box.
look- yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a big old pizza box. Another thing I'll mention is because I backed this expansion in 2023, I have yet to receive it to fix
Well,
a
that's
game
this
that
year.
I do.
Oh.
I'm sorry, 3 years ago, 2020. So it's
Oh,
been
okay.
3 years.
I was like,
I combined
Calm
those
down
together.
there.
Why do I have this shit? No, so it's been 3 years, but the Monumental expansion,
Oh,
right? So I backed
okay.
Monumental a long time ago. It was a little bit of a disappointment because it does have that long time between turns and whatnot, but they said they were going to fix it and they've been working on it for a while.
Long time.
It's oh my gosh, and it's still like it might be late this year or maybe even early next year before it actually gets to hands. It's just like it's an expansion. Let's go,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree with what Steven said. I thought the same thing. That if that's what he's talking about, your whole escape from space prison.
Yeah.
When you said that name, I was like, that is a horrible.
Well, the
one.
Daedalus sentence should be it.
Yeah.
Right? Or whatever.
yeah, and
right.
they just want to put that little sub.
Right.
text
Well,
in
even
there.
Daedalus like is a
The
boring.
Daedalus
Yeah, is a
sentence,
boring name, but that's fine. It's whatever.
Sure.
You know,
They call it escape from space prison.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
I mean, I don't know. If
Well, hey, it was
You
good.
gotta do it better than space prison.
Why?
It's boring.
It's prison in space.
It's implied.
Yeah, but you could just you come up with a fake name for the prison. You would say,
Yeah.
escape from X scenario Z. Like you come up with some, and then it's like, oh,
A space prison.
this is
a
yeah.
space prison story.
Oh,
And now we're back to this.
Kathleen Kennedy designed this game.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, that's so
Another one that I think that I backed that I didn't love as much was where did it go? There was
Oh, there's so many.
there's
on
so
here.
many. I backed a bunch. Some are better than others.
I've been so lucky.
Some are definitely
Like
better. than
Lockdown
others.
is my biggest backing before Elden Ring, and I thought it was better than Nemesis.
like
Lockdown.
Ankh, I backed
So-
barely like that. Cthulhu Wars.
I've seen a
it's
lot of things I
fine.
backed.
Yeah.
that
Spent a lot of
should have
money on
arrived like
that.
2 years ago.
Tell
Just
me about it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into so Steven asks, what's the
Yep.
ugliest game we love the most?
Well, I don't
Ooh.
own it, but the original Fantasy Realms would be up there.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
ugly.
And honestly, the first thing that popped in my head when you say that, again, I say this every time, I like the look of the game, but I understand people looking at Battlestar Galactica and saying it's ugly. And that
No,
game's
they're
fantastic.
wrong.
I know, but I'm just saying it is the only game which tells me there's some kind of bias here because it's the only game that uses like just straight up screenshots like that and it works flawlessly to me. So like there's some kind of bias built in there because I usually hate it.
I don't think it's the only game that uses just screenshots.
No,
Even
that,
other
that I
types.
that I like.
Oh, that-
Like that I like the look of.
Okay. Okay.
I would go with Spirit Island. It's
Spirit
ugly
Island's
art,
ugly.
but I love the game.
Yeah, and it's a bad. I'm just kidding. Don't hit me.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I don't like it, but I
Oh.
wouldn't say it's a bad.
It's
game.
so good.
I'm trying to see if I've got my old because I know we've done ugly games.
I know. I'm just kind of going through my
I don't
collection.
think
right
I got it
now.
here. I will say that I think that like aspects of this game are ugly, but the miniatures make you forget how ugly the board looks, and that's
Cthulhu
Cthulhu Wars. The board's
Nice.
ugly,
The board is very ugly.
but the minis and the actual like playmat art and stuff is
Oh, yeah,
really
those are
good.
good.
It's pretty good.
Is really good. But
Yeah.
that's one of the ugliest ones. Fantasy Realms is an ugly, great game. I mean, it is fantastic, but it is ugly. And Mike, I don't think that Concordia is ugly. I just think the box is ugly.
Boring.
I don't mind the board at all. I find the board. I
That's
guess
fine.
the board is so functional, and I'm just having so much fun playing that I don't think about it being.
You just can block that box art. out.
Yeah,
You're like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
right.
exist.
Somebody give that lady some grapes and or whatever it is. Like, isn't it grapes? Isn't she holding grapes?
It's
or
your
something?
game. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I haven't even played it.
grapes?
I think it is grapes. No, she got a jug.
And he waddled away.
I should have
Waddle,
jug in
waddle,
her hand.
waddle.
Yeah, but I thought like there was a merchant there with some grapes.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
somebody look up Concordia.
going.
Trading in
Find
the
it, so,
Mediterranean, big board game. Bruce.
Board game. But yeah,
The
I
Bears.
think that
Firefly.
Oh,
Firefly
you
uses
didn't like
a
that art?
screenshot that
Yes.
it doesn't work.
Oh,
So,
sure.
Unfortunately.
sure that's
that is a pretty ugly game, but it's so in universe. I like it. I get it though. It's not great.
Let's see what else. What else? Is there any other really ugly game?
I'm scrolling through my whole
I mean-
Also
thing
depends
right
on,
now.
like,
I haven't
what
played
style you might
Circadian's
like.
Chaos Order.
Oh,
but
that's
apparently
true.
that's an
Apparently
ugly game that I think I
yeah.
would like.
Okay, game I love, Bad Art, Downfall of Pompeii.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that box
basic.
art, it's pretty, but yeah, and the
It's all very basic.
board is very basic.
But like someone might not enjoy like a 50s style something and think that's ugly. And other people might absolutely love
Oh,
that
sure.
style.
50 Styles of Gray.
Yeah.
Jason said that Orleans is his #1 game. Yeah, is that a Clemens Franz like box art on that game?
I think so. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the ugly generic Euro.
Yeah, it's like the same as
Yeah.
Agricola and that, right?
No, not quite that bad, but it's bad.
I think it's the same artist.
Is it?
I think so.
I'm looking at it right now.
I think so.
The higher up I go, the more confident.
The more
I am.
confident you get, is that how that works?
Yeah, I think so.
Tales of the Arabian Nights.
Is that ugly?
Oh, it's horrible.
What? I thought the box.
The
looked-
box cover is fantastic.
Yeah, I thought the box looked
Yep,
good.
then open the game.
okay.
The components and the art style is just
I think that's Clemens
TNG.
Franz.
Is it?
Think
I mean, it
so.
doesn't have the artist listed there, but it's bad.
You could just go to the BGG and look at the.
I'm looking at my
Credits.
collection right now, Tim. Okay, because people are asking us questions, and I need to be here to figure that out.
All right, so Steven wants to know any highly regarded games that you've always wanted to play, just haven't gotten around to it. Yes,
Millions of them.
yes.
so many.
What's the-
Apparently, Concordia is good.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Played a Terracotta Army.
Terracotta
I don't know
Army's
that
really good.
Terracotta Army is that highly regarded. yet.
Right. We like
well.
it, but I don't know if it's like all over the papers.
I want to. Yeah, let me look at just
Well,
like the
I
BGG.
don't believe I've played Brass.
No.
Okay,
I
which
haven't
one?
played Brass,
Okay.
any of
Obviously
them.
both, right? I'm
And
kidding.
that's #1. So
I've only played Lancashire. I didn't play Birmingham.
Birmingham's the better one.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the one with the beer, I do believe.
Okay.
It's the new, like the Lancashire thing is like the direct port over, right? When they did
Okay.
we did old Brass, they made Brass Lancashire, and then they made Brass Birmingham, which was like the newer.
Maybe
version.
never. That I
I
thought
was
I
so
played the second one. And
so
I thought the second one was
confused.
Lancashire, but I guess it's Birmingham. I guess I have that backwards.
so confused by all
yeah,
of that
I'm
too.
not, I mean, don't quote me on that. I know we're supposed to know what we're doing here, but we don't. We kind of
Eh.
just make it up as we go. But I'm pretty sure like when they redid it, they redid one of them, which was the Lancashire, was the old version, and then they
Mhm.
made the Birmingham because that adds beer and some other mechanics to it.
Someone will yell at you in the comments.
I'm
if
sure
you're
somebody,
wrong.
if they don't yell at me, apparently I'm right. So
I'm
we're gonna go ahead and go with
play
that.
Eclipse. I don't know if I'd say that's like crazy highly regarded, but I'm dying to play Eclipse. I really
Eclipse
want
is
to.
very highly regarded.
Yeah, Underwater Cities is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be a Terraforming Mars killer, right? People say.
I-
I just picked that up.
That's
and
me.
So
Underwater Cities. Some people say
I'm
it.
people are saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I don't believe I played any Shem Phillips game.
Ooh, so you were in the
Yeah,
Timbo.
you're on the Tim train.
hey, I'm out of that.
Yeah, Tim
I'm
jumped
off
off.
that
He's like,
bus.
it's called the Spencer train now.
Woo! Have fun, choo choo. No, so like just looking at the BGG top 100, I haven't played Brass Birmingham.
Steven says you were right. He says L was the reprint, B is the newer version.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes we
So I
know.
think I played
Um,
Birmingham then because I played the newer
with the beer.
one.
Let's see.
I
Did
don't remember.
didn't love Pandemic Legacy. I like Gloomhaven. I like Ark Nova. I like Twilight Imperium. Terraforming Mars is fine. I own Jaws of the Lion.
Oh, you're
Haven't
just on
played it.
BGG.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Star Wars Rebellion is amazing. Gaia Project, I played like half of a game, a third of a game. Through the Ages is rated very high. I've only played the app version
Yeah,
of
I've been
that.
playing the app lately.
I
Getting
still
my
haven't
butt kicked.
still haven't played Twilight Struggle. Have not played Great Western Trail. Those are regarded really well.
I was just talking about wanting to play Great Western Trail yesterday.
Castles of Burgundy have not played. Brass Lancashire have not played. Feast for Odin have not played. Eclipse I've only played the app. I have not played Clank Legacy.
Ooh,
highly
yeah,
rated,
that's
right
great.
there.
Mhm.
Terra Mystica own haven't played. Just skip around a little bit. Orleans, Everdell, Viticulture, Mage Knight. I had got rid of. Still never played it.
War of the Ring. Apparently, that's good.
Yeah, second edition. I have
Mhm.
first edition. Haven't
I played
played.
I've played a lot of these.
Great Western Trail haven't played. So there's
Cast of Burgundy. I just got the reprint and everything too. I have yet to play that.
so
classic.
there's a ton of really well regarded games that I have not played.
Yeah, 21 to 24 is strong for me, man. Concordia, Feast for Odin, Eclipse, and Clank Legacy are all super high for my want to play.
Sure. Yeah, Power Grid. Haven't played Power Grid.
It's
Um,
okay.
It makes me wonder how many games come out every year now compared
lot.
to 20
2,
years ago.
I think.
Yeah, just 2 a year.
Yeah.
Hard to keep up.
Hey, and Hop is on. Hop is another Wednesday regular. Hey, this is
welcome.
what Bob looks like if you've never seen Bob on a live stream.
No, I was
Did you
on
comment?
one. Yeah, I comment a lot on Wednesdays because
yeah.
I can't be on, but I do comment. I was on one. I think Mike and I did one on a Sunday night or something like that.
Yeah,
We did
something
one.
like
and you
that.
think you did
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah, I was there. I
I'm usually
forget
with
what
the Secret
day of
Society
the
on
week.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, secret handshake.
Has anybody
Spencer's
here
in a
played-
cult.
Has anybody here played Trismegistus?
No.
That's not a
Wait.
word.
It's a game.
I don't know that.
Have not played it.
No.
No.
I've
Let me
never
look
heard of
up.
it.
I think Jason from Board Game Mechanics. I've heard him talk about it. But
Oh, I don't watch them. That's why I've never heard of it.
That's why.
Ooh.
That's why.
Anacrity's on 46. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really
Anachrony's
browse
good.
these top 50
No, I'm
or
not
hundreds
with
at
it.
all. Any,
Those
I,
are very
I
much.
only
Those look like
look
good
when
ones.
we're doing like a list and I need to know like
Right.
the ratings.
I try not to let like other things influence what I'm going to say. Like I know, like one time we did a video not too long ago, and people were like, "Oh, well, you guys are just regurgitating what you watch on other channels." I really don't watch a lot
Yeah.
of other
No, yeah, I call
Yeah.
BS on that as well.
Yeah.
Because, no, we say what we say. I mean, if I say I like the art in a game and another video says they like the art in a game, then
Didn't say it because of that. It's like I work 50 hours a week. I don't got time to watch a whole bunch
but
of
it's
other.
also just a very normal thing to say.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
What you have an opinion on the art?
yeah, what
No.
a weird sentence.
Yeah.
If you're like, I don't like this mechanic, or I think this mechanic is clunky, or I
Yeah.
love this mechanic.
Right.
Just because another channel loves that mechanic
Agrees or
doesn't,
yeah.
that doesn't mean that we have just spewed out,
Right.
stuff that we have already heard. No,
Everybody,
that's a
everybody
false-
must have a unique opinion.
Everyone must
argument.
have a unique opinion.
Yeah, everyone must
Everyone.
have a unique opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
Damn it.
I'm gonna have to say this. Sorry, Hop. If you keep just making up words, we're gonna have to time you out. All right? Listen, you're just mashing your
Mashing-
keyboard.
Anybody played? I played that last night, actually.
That's a crazy new word
I
game.
know.
Ginkopolis. No, I haven't played Ginkopolis either.
I have actually heard of
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it. I don't know what it is. I've definitely seen that.
Yeah.
Does-
Just take a word and add a suffix to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, it does still feel like you're playing like word
mash.
word mash
Yeah.
with that. But yeah,
Have you played Word Mash, by the way, Hop? I'm not sure if you played that or not. It's a good one.
Word.
You guys are like, I got you.
what's the what we need to play? Haven't played it in a long time, and I haven't heard you talk about playing it, which makes me very sad.
Uh-oh.
What's that license plate game?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Road tripping.
Yeah.
Road tripping,
Yeah.
that
Why
was
are we?
fun.
Why is that not in your game bag for like every week?
That's a good question.
Okay.
There's
Just
a lot
wanted
of
to know.
word games I adore.
There's so many awesome word games.
So many awesome.
Like the
ones.
last time I came, I brought Phantom Inc. And
Yeah.
it just didn't get played.
And like
Oh.
you didn't think you would like Ransom Notes, and you ended up liking Ransom Notes.
That
There's
was
almost
way more fun than it should have been.
You almost
know,
like
way
need a
more fun.
whole bag.
For a
It's like,
party,
yeah,
yeah.
this is like game night. I bring this bag. This has games in it. Oh, and this has like word
Word
games.
games.
Like there's so many.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt. I'm a writer, so I like words.
Well,
words.
I mean, you say you're a
I've
writer.
also
Okay.
written things down.
Look, I'm a writer
Okay.
too.
Well, I'm
Want
looking
to see
for an
today's
agent.
notes?
I'm looking for an agent. The first
Look.
novel is about 98,000
Look,
words.
first of all, I double space so it looks like I wrote more than I actually did, and
There
then
you
also
go.
I just write Kickstarter, Elden Ring late pledge, Frosthaven playmats, Shakespeare. That's all I'm saying.
it's like a haiku.
He actually did have Shakespeare written down right
Oh my
underneath.
gosh. There's a great, I don't know if you guys are watching History of the World Part 2, but
Oh,
there's
man,
some
I still wanna play
Shakespeare
that.
bits in there that
Yeah,
are pretty
it's
funny.
pretty good.
Somebody
Yeah.
gives an idea. He's like, no, but what if we take these two people? And it basically says the same thing. Where we're like, I just said that. No, but my idea is much better.
That's like making plans with my in-laws.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
gets reformed into the restated, but just out of a word for word
Yeah.
from a different person.
That's a
The,
great
the
idea.
running joke is, but what we could do is.
Oh, yeah. What
and
we
then you
could
just
do
say-
is say the same thing again.
Also, Honer did that a lot when we would game.
Yes, he would too. Like,
Where-
oh, dude, you should pick that up. No. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to go do that. It's like, it's a good idea.
So,
Oh,
I want to just go on a side note. We were playing this game at Deadlands, right? Our friends running the game at Deadlands, and maybe I was running that game at Deadlands. I don't remember. And you and Greg,
you
and
were
Honer playing.
because Greg was his crazy
Yeah, mad scientist guy.
Yeah.
So our friend Mark Honer, we just call him Honer because we just go by last name sometimes. Also, we knew like 75 Marks.
There's a lot of marks.
So Honer would they were going to like sneak into this like camp. There was like some cattle rustlers or something like that, and it's like, okay, so it was you or Greg was like, okay, so what we should do is like I'm going to sneak around this way and then you're going to go this way and I'll cause a distraction. They'll look here and then you're going to sneak in, and then it was like some debate, and then Honer's like, no. What we should do is you guys go this way, and then I'm going to go this way. You guys cause a distraction, and then we'll go like, that's literally what I just said. So he would do that, but then he would also be like, we were playing 7C,
Uh-huh.
and Honer got a hold of an axe. And
No, it
it's
was a
like,
spear.
It was a spear.
Yeah,
Do you
because
know
the
how
bear
to
was
use-
coming at spear.
Yeah,
us,
bear's coming at us, and Mark's like, "Well, I grab a spear," and it's like, and Greg was like, "Do you know how to use a spear? Does your?" He's like, "Pointy end goes in the bear."
He's like,
was-
fair enough, roll it. It was great.
It was the best.
That
So he
is-
has provided awesome and terrible.
like
Yeah, advice.
gun is basic point and click interface.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh boy.
That's a great joke from the Zorro movie, and I wonder who said it first.
The pointy end goes in the bear.
Yeah.
Oh, Zorro. I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure Mark stole it. We none of us.
That's one of my
Zorro.
favorite lines
God.
in that movie where Antonio Banderas draws a sword and he points at
Right.
Anthony Hopkins. He goes, "Do you even know how to use that thing?" He goes, "Yeah, you put the angles into the other guy."
Actually, it was
It's
in one of
so
the
funny.
Game of Thrones first. I'm pretty sure that George R. R. Martin wrote it because he's
in the
talking
book.
about
You're saying
in the book when he gives needle to
Oh,
her,
right.
and she's like the pointy end
Goes in the
stick with the
back.
pointy end.
Yeah, stick with the
Deep
pointy
enough,
end.
there's someone who's done it even earlier.
I
No.
did.
Shakespeare.
No,
I did it in the
No.
But where he's
1300s.
stealing from.
We all know everybody's just stealing this stuff from other.
that's
board
all we're
games.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just. I
yeah,
actually heard
that's
that
it.
whole story on a different board game
Yeah,
channel.
it's-
That are repeating it.
It was a full
That
fledged
is horrible. That are just repeating it.
Yeah.
Oh, Hop said it's like IKEA. You go in, you get a lampshade, you find out you really need a Herfenflugen.
Yeah, oh my god! If I had known how many Herfenfluggens I was going to need throughout my life, I just stocked up on it when I was younger.
Everybody got a perfect Lugan.
Yeah.
Was it? What's
Right next to
Goose?
my interocitor.
What's Goose in Captain Marvel? Isn't like a Flurgan,
Oh,
Yeah, Flurgan.
All right.
something like that? Yeah, I love it.
Thing that has hairballs and eats people.
Oh, listen to this manipulation, the art of making them think it was their idea.
Oh
my
yeah,
mother.
That's called-
It's called
Inception.
gaslighting in reverse.
Yeah, it's incepting with ideas.
I will not throw anybody under a bus for that comment. I'm not keep my mouth shut.
Oh, boy.
Next. Moving on.
Oh, boy.
Your whole story reminded me of something I saw recently. It's probably really old, but I saw this clip of Conan O'Brien where he was like with his intern and he was like helping her get a new car. So I can't remember.
Was it
exactly
his
what
assistant?
happening.
Was it Sona Mosefian or something?
I-
I
it
can't
was
remember.
just a
I cannot
clip.
pronounce her last name.
It was just a
But
clip,
anyways,
but it
go on.
reminded me because you were talking about your D&D thing and the response that you do, and then because you always also talk about the yes and right, we
Yes,
just
yeah.
improv jokes.
Correct.
And
Yes,
Conan,
and-
Conan O'Brien said something to his assistant. We were just like I bet I could just build the car. He said something like that, and she goes, "No, you can't." And he goes, "Oh, you'd be a great improv." Okay, I'm at a supermarket. No, you aren't. And he was just like doing that. It was just a really
I
funny clip.
love Conan O'Brien
He's
so
great.
much. Okay, so Hop wants to know who are the other panelists. So Hop, I won't give you a hard time for not watching any of our other shows because I'm so glad you watch on Wednesdays.
Mhm.
So this is Spencer, and this is Dan.
Yep.
And this is actually if you want to go to like the after we
The
settled in on like a
2018 kind of stuff.
founding four kind of. This is the OG crew. Now there
Yeah.
were some different faces very early on as we're kind of like
Bringing
figuring
people
out
in.
what we're doing
There
and
was a
everything.
point where my face wasn't there because it was in a mask.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the show was better for it.
Oh god.
Mhm.
We know.
Yeah, I work Wednesday. So Wednesdays are like the whole
Same.
deuce other people stuff. So I did a Monday stream like twice or something. And then did we do a Friday stream? We talked about a Friday
Yeah.
stream. I don't know if we
Yeah,
ever did
I'm
it.
still
Yeah.
considering trying something.
We're gonna do some stuff.
Yeah, hopefully maybe some live playthroughs on Fridays. We're
So
working on it.
somebody commented we played 4-player War of the Ring card game and loved it. So I've got it. I'm working on a tutorial video
I do
that I
wanna
want to
play
make
that.
for
Which
it.
one?
Nice.
War of the Ring.
Oh,
the card
nice.
game.
Okay.
Dying to play it. It looks
Yep, me too.
amazing. Looks great. Very excited about that. David, simple spear and sword use is pointy end goes in the bear, but skill comes when you need a parry and counterattack or a feint. You are correct. But at that point in time, we were not worried about skill and finesse.
No.
That bear
It was hiding in
didn't
a
happen
tree.
to have gotten some cocaine, right?
No, it was pre-cocaine bear.
It was pre-cocaine bear.
That's true. Court of the Dead Mourner's Call is an amazing game that I still have a 100% record in, so I never want to play it again. I will never play it again.
Yep.
I'm like 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 or something, and I will never.
I'll never play the Star Wars deck building game again because I've got a 100% win rate.
I need to keep playing it because I have a 100% losing rate. So yeah, I had to give you a hard time, Hop, but I get it. He's seen you many times,
Yep,
Dan.
Thanks.
So we apologize for that as well, that you've seen him many times. I have Moonrakers. Haven't played. Or no, it's not
not
Moonrakers.
Moonrakers.
Godspeed is what I have. You have
have
Moonrakers.
Moonrakers.
You like
I-
Moonrakers?
Work is good.
Haven't read it.
Dan?
I like the art
the
color.
negotiation feels weird. I don't know why. I like negotiation games, and when I play that game, it just feels weird. It's not a bad game by any stretch. It is a beautiful game. I love the look of it. And the idea is interesting, but like I don't know. Every round is just like, hey, so I need blue. Do you have blue? You have blue. Okay, you roll the die, and okay. And I just didn't find it super interesting.
I'm very curious to see how the expansions are going to change that.
Sure.
'Cause,
And
I mean, they just
yeah.
came out with what, 4 of them or something.
I'm clearly alone. People really are loving on Moonrakers. So I don't know. Again, I would play it again. It also could have been that the people I played with weren't the best negotiators. So it kind of, in a negotiation and whatever word I said earlier game.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's really important who you play with because,
Sure.
like, if
a lot of
one person
interaction.
just always says no to every deal you ever do, then you're not playing half the game. You know,
Right.
like that
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, I mean that's like some people's problem with Catan sometimes, right? It's like, well, nobody wants to
Oh.
trade with me because I'm almost like I'm about to win.
Right, because when people trade with me, Spencer, I end up winning Shadowgate.
Yeah,
So
terrible.
that's why people don't want to trade with me.
Spencer Hop wants to know because you're new to him.
Okay.
What is your favorite game for 2 players? Because he's married and that's like his primary playing situation.
Oh man, my favorite 2-player game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that one. Oh,
All right.
mine's easy.
2
So
hours
I
I know.
later.
Well, he only asked him, so he
Watergate.
probably already knows us. But yeah, it's Watergate and Rebellion, right?
Yeah. And Bob and I will just sit and play Rebellion together.
yeah, it's fine. You guys
You
do
mean
what you want.
exclusively 2-player or just to play
Good
with
at
2
2-player.
players?
I would
Just-
probably say good at 2 players, like your best.
Yeah, it
Game
doesn't
for
have to
any
only
player
be
count.
2 players.
I mean, I know I'm totally biased, but I still absolutely love Race for the Galaxy 2-player.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Cthulhu Wars Duel.
Really?
But how's it at 3?
I mean, it's
though?
good.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. I mean, Tripoli, we played in the same.
Yeah,
night.
Shores
That
of
was
Tripoli
good.
was really good
Shores
too.
of Tripoli was really good.
That's
but
really
again,
good.
What if someone walks out to me and says 2-player game right now, I say Watergate and I say Seven Wonders Duel. I think those are just the 2 that go over best. I really like them.
Sure. I would put Star Wars the deck building game up there. I
That
like
was fun.
Yeah,
it's a really
all of
good.
those dual games, Star Realms and
Yeah.
building games, those are all they can be very good.
Mob. The
Oh,
Big Apple.
oh, Mob,
right?
that
Yeah,
was
that's
fun.
a really
That
good
was
That's a
fun
good
game.
2-player game.
What was the game? Oh my gosh, we were talking on Friday and Jonathan had said if we were playing a 2-player game, he would rather play Seven Wonders, and I was like, no, Seven Wonders Duel, and there was a different one.
Reflections?
No, it wasn't that, but I can't remember now. But yeah, Mike's loving Splendor Duel
Yeah,
right now.
Splendor Duel.
Mhm.
That was a good one.
Splendor Duel is
So,
really good.
yeah, I haven't played that yet, but yeah, there's some good ones. Steve had a comment. We can all kind of express our feelings on this. If you need an expansion to fix a game,
Dot. Ellipses. I don't know. It depends on how good the game is with the
I
expansion.
think maybe Star Wars
Right.
Rebellion.
Yeah, exactly. Star Wars Rebellion to
it
me
fixes
it
a problem
needs
with the game.
combat fix, right?
Mhm.
Champions of Midgard is a much better game with Valhalla.
I was
Like,
gonna say
and
that.
So like, I don't know. It depends on how much the fixes.
and
it.
you
Right.
count modules as expansions, right? Because Taverns of Tiefenthal
Yeah.
is one of my favorite games, but I just play
So
with all the
boring with
modules.
none of the
That,
modules.
so
Yeah.
that yeah, I don't know. That's different though because I think the point of like the negative outlook on it is hold on, I need to spend more money to make the game good. To where
That's-
Taverns is like, oh, just play with this module. It's
Fair point.
included
Already
in
in the box.
game,
Fair point.
you know.
Totally fair point.
So the mentality is different. Like I understand someone saying, well, I don't like Champions of Midgard, so why would I buy an expansion for it? No, that's a totally reasonable
Yeah.
mindset.
That's my
It
feeling.
does make it much better.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if you don't want to spend, because now you're taking a $40 game and saying, oh, to make it good, it has to be a $70
Right.
game. That's understandable. It's,
but it's a good $70 game.
it is.
Well, like Endless Winter. I haven't yet tried Endless Winter's expansions, but they have potential.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean the same thing could be said about Great Wall, right? Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it's a better game with the expansions. That was somebody had commented that on one of our Wednesdays when we were
Mhm.
talking. Henrik says it's not a fix, but Dune Imperium Rise of
Rise of Ix.
Rise of Nine
Ix.
makes that game his favorite game of all time. I will
So-
never let that joke
well,
die.
well, and that's another interesting.
Oh, I was like,
difference.
wait. I was like, wait,
Because
what?
it's IX Roman numerals.
It is,
That's another
okay.
interesting. Well, it's
Is
funny
it
too because
9?
he's read the books. So
I have.
But because Dune Imperium is already an amazing game. I think last time we did our list, it was my number 1 or 2. I think it was 2. Blood on the Clock
yeah.
Tower was 1. So it's my number 2 game of all time, base game. But Rise of Ix does make it better.
But it
I mean,
doesn't-
the expansion's
But
fantastic.
it doesn't need it.
Yeah,
to be a
right.
good game.
100%. I cannot wait to play
I wanna play the
Immortality.
game.
So Hop asks, any of the panelists married? Two of us are. And favorite game with spouse. I think my wife. I wouldn't say it's her favorite game, but a game that she will play like often would either be Lords of Waterdeep or even a 2-player. We'll just play it or Splendor. She likes Splendor a lot. I think it's not that again that it's her favorite game. I think for her, because she's not as hardcore gamer as I am, it's the comfort level of just coming in and knowing the rules.
Sure.
Right. Like, so Taverns would be another one that we could her and I could just play and like have a decent time set up, boom, done. And again, she doesn't have to learn the rules. You know, I know how to play this, you know, maybe just like a refresher,
Sure.
but she can just play it. We can relax. We can stop and take care of the kids, come back, you know, to it pretty easy. You know, anything along those lines for us is creates an ideal scenario gaming situation, because we got an 11-year-old who is more self-sufficient. And then we got a 6-year-old who is, when the 11-year-old's not giving him attention, he needs it from us.
How coincidental. I have an 11-year-old who's more self-sufficient and a 6-year-old who's always needing
I know.
attention.
Killed
Okay,
it.
we're better.
I killed it. We're back. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Doing it live.
All right, I was going to say, my wife is a scientist. She works very long hours.
Brag.
She thinks a lot. She's traveling all the time. So when she gets back, she doesn't like doing thinky brainy things. So,
So race for the galaxy.
That's why she married you.
No, she doesn't like right to the
No, I know. I was
We
kidding.
don't play as many games together as I would like.
Yeah.
But when we do, it's actually usually those little escape from the box things.
Oh, sure. Like Exit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or,
Deckscapes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
escapes and things
Deckscape.
like that.
Okay.
And sometimes she likes to play Agricola.
That's Thinky Brainy.
Yeah,
Misery Farm?
yeah,
Does
yeah.
she just like
Mhm.
loathe, you know, having fun?
I'm working on it.
I mean,
Hop asking the big question earlier. I don't know if people saw it.
Yeah. Well, so what was the big question?
I don't know. I'm
But
getting
the
there.
I was gonna say when I was married, Karuba was a big game
That
for
was
us.
the big question.
Yeah.
It's
So
alright.
Karuba was a big one. We really enjoyed that one because it was, you know, simultaneous turns and whatnot. We also played Splendor a lot. When it was working on the iPad, we would go out to eat and play that real easy while we're waiting here for our food. But those two were the big two that we would play quite a bit.
We
I'll
got
jump in
Used
here
to
real
Charter
quick.
Stone.
My fiance and I. Oh my God, there's a clicking noise.
Click, 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 click.
All right, never mind. I won't talk because it's constantly clicking.
Just yell at us what it is. What?
We would play a lot of Sushi Go.
Oh, Sushi Go is a good one.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yep. And then Henrik's asking if we played Feed the Kraken. I haven't, but I keep hearing about Feed the Kraken. I really want to play it. So it's sort of like Secret Hitler, but improves on it. He's not the only
Can you
person I've
really-
heard that from.
Well, I guess you can.
You can improve on anything, Spencer. Anything. Except for
Except for
this show.
me. Okay, I wasn't sure where we
I was
were
gonna,
going.
yeah. I mean, we were.
It's one
it
of
was
those
there.
unique situations where I can go, "You're Hitler."
Yeah, you're a
and
Hitler.
Not, you know,
Someone
ostracized.
clip that and send it to your local authorities. Yeah.
And yeah, so Steven said he played Sushi Roll with the kids. Yeah, any game like that, I love playing games with my kids.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
been
love-
playing
love-
Catapult Feud a lot. We play Coconuts. We play. My daughter likes to play like Llama and Llama the dice game are really good ones. There's Magic Mountain with the marbles.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're trying to roll them down and
Believe it or not, my kids love to play Descent
yeah,
and Return to Dark Tower.
Nice.
that's
That's
cool.
cool. Yeah.
That's cool. My kids are idiots and Spencer's kids are smart. No, we played also Marvel United. My daughter likes to play Marvel
Oh,
United.
okay.
So that's a fun one.
One of the kids that somebody I was seeing for a while, he liked to play the Hogwarts Labyrinth game.
Oh, okay.
So so it's Labyrinth. So you have your piece, you can move along different parts, but you're always like you pull a tile. You have one spare tile, and you push that tile in along one side or column, and that whole column of stuff moves.
Does it have one where some of the reverse pieces do something when they come out?
No.
Oh, that's probably just like the 25th anniversary edition or something.
Oh, it might be. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was interesting though. It was a neat little game.
That's fun.
Then Hop says at Matt. Talking to our editor, I guess. Did you
Ooh,
see
letter
my
to the
idea
editor.
about you and Bob playing Undaunted Stalingrad? If not, maybe a review. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I've
That
been
was
hearing
on
about
my-
that.
Go ahead.
No, the Undaunted Star. I've been asked
Yeah.
a few times if
That was on my list of games. I like. We did that's what the Monday stream was that I did with Tim and Mike or whatever, was like games that we want to play right now, and that was on mine. Undaunted Stalingrad. I've heard so much about Undaunted like being amazing, and then this one comes out and people are just raving about it. I really want to play it.
It's right up my theme alley.
Yeah. I love the deck build soldier mechanic. That
Yeah.
looks so cool.
Very cool.
So
Very cool. All right, well,
Check that
let's
out.
take a few more and then we'll wrap it up. So we've had I think we originally talked about this being an hour.
yeah, and I
was like,
I hope Matt's doing okay.
Looks like the stream's only going about 6 minutes because
Okay.
it died. halfway.
Everdell
There
and
we go.
Wingspan, Carcassonne and Isle of Skye, and
You know-
Thunderduel and Clink.
I really want to play My Little Everdell. They made one of those.
Oh,
I
I
want
do
to.
too.
I want to get that.
My
and
Little
play it.
Side. Adelaide loved My Little Side.
Yeah. You've got my copy of that. I was like, I thought I had that, but you
No, I
had
gave
it.
it
there you
back to you.
Did you? Oh well,
Ages ago.
you had my copy of
I had
that.
your copy.
It's in my house somewhere. Probably
Yeah.
next to my Cult of the Deep that I can't find.
Yeah.
either. But yeah, that's a really good game. My kids love that. I think my daughter was like 8 or 9 when we played it, and so I probably need to get that one back out. Yeah, look at that hop. Mike won't be good for Mike on the Wednesday top 10 games for all
Right.
time for kids, because Mike doesn't have any kids because he's not allowed near them.
Oh my god!
I hope you're watching, Mike.
Oh, he
Mike
is.
watching.
He's like, what? That was taken care of years ago.
But no, I mean, I guess Mike could pick some. He had a fella.
Oh god, who
was
hacked
playing
us and
games
said Candyland?
Oh,
We've been hacked.
Sweet. That's for Andrew. No, I mean, we could top 10 games for kids. I think we've done like top 10 games for families. It's sort of like a way
Yeah,
around that
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So it still can be, I don't want to say entry level because that sounds derogatory, but maybe more accessible, games.
Well, stop looking down on people that played entry level games, Tim.
And you
Then,
also have
then
to
it wouldn't be
define-
derogatory.
Right.
It's almost like you have to say kids under a certain age and kids over a certain age.
Sure.
Because big difference between
Sure.
11-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Well, yeah.
Steven, I am so sorry.
League of Legends and Fortnite.
Oh god.
My
Lost
6-year-old
to
is
the ether.
in Minecraft and Roblox. My kids are Minecraft. and
Oh,
Roblox.
I've been
God,
playing
I kinda
lately.
started to hate Roblox.
Now that we're randomly talking about video games, Levi and I went ahead and picked up, and Bob did eventually too, but we picked up Iron
Iron
Harvest
Harvest.
finally. So it's
Okay.
a game that we knew it has the same art style as Scythe,
Yeah,
and
oh,
it's the
based off
same
of
artist. Well, so we didn't know this. It's an RTS. So if you know Company of Heroes, Age of Empires, right? Any of those old RTSs. So it's like that, but I didn't know this. It is a prequel to Scythe. Like
Oh.
the campaign you play as the characters you play as in Scythe. And like, so you're like the little girl who meets the bear and everything, and you like grow up and you fight in the war. Like, it is really cool. Like, not only is it fun, I just like RTS. I like Company Heroes, and it's literally just 1920 Company Heroes with mechs. But then on top of that, and like all the units are from it, right? So like you recognize the mechs that you use in Scythe in the
They're
game. And
crazy
everything.
mechs. Sometimes put that out there. Those mechs are crazy.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't know. It's literally, if you're interested, it's like $7 right now, and you literally play through the prequel of Scythe as the main characters. It's super cool.
Is it PC only or is it console? as well?
It's next gen console. I know that. PC and next gen
so
console.
what's next gen console?
You know, like PS5,
PS5.
or whatever,
Oh,
like the
okay.
newest ones.
Gotcha. I'm like, I have a PS4. That's the next
to meet you,
gen
Hop.
from like a PlayStation. I still got my PlayStation 2.
I
got my 2, my 3, and my 4.
At one point in time.
Exactly.
No, I broke out Lunar Silver Star Story from a PlayStation 2.
Oh,
It takes like 20 minutes to actually load the thing because it's a PlayStation 2.
yeah. Yeah. Remember those days?
Thank
Yeah.
you, Hop.
And then the music came up, and I was like, nostalgia. Ah,
But all right, guys. Let's see. Henrik also asked. He said Stalingrad is great. He took a chance and bought Rolling Heights from John D. Clare. Did
Yep.
you buy it specifically from him, or did you buy it? And
Yeah, no.
John D. Clare made the game.
In the back alley. Hey,
Yeah.
John, you got the
He's
money.
got a real problem. John's been selling off his games to fund his ready set bet habit.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
he bets a lot on Cubitos as well.
I think we covered Rolling Heights in news, but
Yeah, I
don't think
haven't
any of
played
us
it
have
yet.
played
I haven't played it yet. I'm
Nope.
kind of waiting for it to pop up in our FLGS so I can pick it up because it sounds good. I've only played a few John D. Clare games. Like I never played Cubitos, but Ready Set Bet, like I'm in. And I think there was another one of his that I played, and I was like, oh, that was him.
Well, it's crazy because then he did something huge. He did like Edge of Darkness or something. He did like something huge.
Yeah, he did do Edge of Darkness.
Did he?
Did he?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's
Okay.
right.
Like, yeah, it's crazy to see how different his games are. It's always really cool to
I
see
think he
that.
did Edge of Darkness.
He did something that I was like, he did that, and I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah. Later, Hop, you're the man. Hope to see you on Wednesday. Really awesome to see some of our Wednesday people over here.
Right.
But you looking up Edge of Darkness?
No, I did
John
D. Clare games, but like it's
They're
He
not
did
giving you a good list.
Space
not giving me a
Base?
good list.
Yeah, Space Base. Okay, so there's one I
Nice.
don't love.
I like Space Base. I
Whirring.
wish it played in 40 minutes less than it does.
That's my problem with Space Base. So I would just rather play Machikoro because it's done faster.
right.
But
and
Space Base is
Machikoro
cooler,
has some more interesting player interaction, in my
Yeah.
opinion, as well.
I love it. I got contacts, dude. Always buy games in the back alley. Yeah.
What else
Hey,
you buy in the back alley?
what?
What else you buy in the back alley?
Calm down. Calm down. Yeah. Edge of Darkness, Custom Heroes. I thought Custom Heroes was fine.
He is. Spencer is the best.
Yeah,
winner.
David, that is Spencer.
I play music at my church, and so I come straight there. That's
Yeah.
why I'm usually dressed up.
It's a hair metal band.
Yep.
Christian hair
Church hair metal band.
Christian hair metal.
He has
Which
to,
is-
he
he
has
has
to
no
rip the
hair.
wig off right before
Yeah.
he sits down for this.
Yeah. He usually just headbangs it off during the last set.
And then the next day when he has to go, he has to grow it back.
Lots of prayer.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else before we sign off?
Oh,
You are too
spicy
kind.
Listen
take.
that,
You are
man.
too kind, Hop.
Listen that.
Oh yeah.
No,
That
seriously,
is-
you're too kind. Stop.
Yeah. But hey, I will take it, and we'll just spread the word, man. That's all we can ask is spread the word. We're so happy to be doing this. Anything else? Anybody? Best for the Shadowgate playthrough too? Were you in the Shadowgate playthrough?
Yeah.
You were. Were you
Yeah.
wearing a vest then?
Probably.
He usually
Probably.
does.
He just gets really cold.
probably
In
had
all
a tie.
fairness, if I could afford a bunch of suits, I'd wear a suit here, dude. I love wearing suits. People say they're like uncomfortable. I am
No,
more comfortable
yeah.
in a suit than like a t-shirt. That's why I wear polos. I don't like wearing t-shirts. I like this is the fanciest I can wear
Do you
right
like
now.
wearing the t-shirt under your polo though?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
just
like
checking.
the way it shapes the collar line.
There you go.
If you go back all the way to our very first episode, I'm pretty certain I'm wearing a vest.
I'm pretty sure you are. Jazz, we'll see you.
And had hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We will see you on Wednesday. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the
Yeah,
comments.
thank you.
We're going to try to do some more live stuff as we're going. So, as we get better at it, and the freezing is not just me. I kind of feel vindicated.
No, because it's just traveling where you travel. I think it's your devices here, like cause interference.
Okay, maybe.
Let's just go with
Let's go with that.
The easiest solution is usually the right solution. Occam's razor or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, and I've got a sword of Damocles over my head. Let's just keep using different references.
Yeah.
Hanging by a thread.
Okay.
Spencer's got to cut
It's
through
time
this
for
Gordian
Chekhov's
knot.
gun. I'm tired.
Apropos of
I'm
earlier.
tired. Exactly. I wish it was here.
Yeah. That'd have been great. If you just- where did that come from?
I got Schrodinger's gun under the table.
God, I should have set that 90-minute joke
Oh,
up.
would have been so good. I gave Dana his birthday present earlier today. It was an airsoft gun, just for everybody that knows. So if he would have actually pulled that out when he had said that, that would have been
That'd been funny.
the best. Anyways, guys, so thank you so much for all of your participation. I hope to see you all on Wednesdays when Mike and I do our live stream with whatever person is crazy enough to come on and hang out with us when we do that. Usually Dan pops up in the comments there sometimes. If you see Gamer Shelter, then you've got Bob in there, Crafty Keller.
Well, I think I'm under Bob.
Are you under Bob? Do you
Yeah.
join Bob now?
In there,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just used to
On
always
my,
being-
Discord and everything else, it's
Crafty
Crafty
Keller.
Keller, yeah.
and then Spencer is Backer Kid,
Soccer kid.
Bacher Kid, Sebastian Bacher Kid.
No. Dr. Robert T. Bacher. I was a really big into dinosaurs.
Someone pointed out that
Oh!
someone pointed out that Cash and Guns was right behind me.
Son of a biscuit.
That was well worth it.
Well, for our last episode ever of the Board Game Rundown,
Well,
I bet Tim.
well, yours at least.
Yeah, I bet Tim.
I was Bob.
There we go.
I'm a hostage.
I shall remain nameless to hide evidence.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.